Hello, hello. Rolling?
Yeah.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Oh shit, where's the open? This is Liquid Lunch.
You know, I even took the open off of this one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
we just crashed into it?
I was hoping to use your open. But, but hello, everybody. Hold on.
3, 2, 1, and we're live.
And
Welcome to Liquid Lunch, and you see the outdoors behind me as it closes. We're live at Thistle Draught Shop in Spring, Texas.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. Catherine says she's almost there, which I've heard before. So I'm going to wait until she's actually there.
I say that a lot.
No, I'm saying with any
No,
with any woman in my life.
Oh.
I've heard that before. So I've learned in the past, when they say they're almost there, let's just wait and see what happens before we get all braggy about it.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, my name is Josh Stewart. The guy across the table from me is one Kennedy.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Thistle Draught Shop and Liquid Lunch. We're streaming live.
We're at Thistle Draught Shop.
Right there. You see the big sign. You see Mary over there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Sam? I think I see Sam. They can come over anytime they're ready.
Yeah.
So, big day today, right?
It is.
The Daisy Chain, big party tonight here at the Thistle Draught Shop. I feel like I should look this way. Is that the camera? Is this me?
No.
Is this me
No, you're currently on this camera.
Hey, everybody. Hey,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Now you're on that camera.
Hey, everybody.
Now you're on this camera.
How about now?
Now you're on this camera.
Okay. So, anyway, Catherine is efforting to join us from San Antonio for our normal midday party on Thursdays. And we're here to celebrate all of these beers. You ready for this? Look at this. A graphic I did not build, but I hold in my hand.
We got better.
This is the
It's
list.
paper.
Yeah. So this is the list of the beers on tap tonight. We have a big party tonight to celebrate the Daisy Chain party.
13 Daisy Chain beers tonight at Thistle Draught House.
Mm-hmm.
This place right here.
Yeah.
Thistle Draught House.
All that place right there where you see open spots and that big window for the kitchen. They're cooking up delicious food.
Yeah, get here early because it will not be this empty tonight.
No. And
No.
Rockets Warriors Game 5, which Game 4 was nuts. Nuts. And, did you watch it? I know you're not a sports fan, but it is our team. Did you happen to see it?
It is.
No, just say no if you didn't.
I didn't see it. Who won?
Oh, God.
I don't even know who won.
We won.
Oh.
Series is tied 2-2.
Cool.
That's why it still matters. If we had
Cool.
lost, it would not have mattered.
I guess you don't follow Houston teams.
Who, me?
Yeah. Do you not remember the Rockets in the 90s? I even know this.
No, yeah, I know that. 94-95 when they won back-to-back
Clutch
champions.
City?
Yes.
They were down like 3-0.
But they weren't playing the Warriors.
No.
This team is the Warriors.
My point is, don't count them out because they're one loss away from losing.
Never. What did Rudy say? Never question the heart of a champion or something like that. Was that the line?
Something like that.
No,
well, don't do it, Josh.
What?
Question the heart of a champion.
Oh, I know. Never question the heart of a champion. I know. Rudy T. I know all that. I was not living in Houston at the time, but I remember those championships well.
Hey, Jeffrey. Hey, Preston. What is up?
Oh, I guess I need to pull up the. I'm gonna wait for Captain.
Why, Jeffrey? Why did you not call in sick and come out to the Thistle Draft Shop today?
Who, Jeff?
Yeah,
He should have.
I know.
Yeah. I don't know, Jeffrey. You could have come by here.
Yeah.
Swung on over to the Grain Cellar.
Yeah.
Humble's Premier Homebrew
Oh,
Store.
we don't. Hold on. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. Humble's Homebrew Store.
Yeah.
There you go. Homebrewing, winemaking, distilling, cheese making, anything that ferments, and equipment, and hugs. Waist up, waist down.
And
Classes.
excellent homebrew lessons.
Yes, Preston will coach you up.
He is the best homebrew coach I know.
All right, as last we spoke,
Yeah.
you bottled, right?
I did.
Last week
Yeah.
had you bottled, or was that over the last week?
I bottled last Friday.
Okay.
So in about a week or so,
It'll be ready?
You guys have to drink my beers.
Well, at least one. Well, of course we will. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things. Like, even if it's super shitty, we'll still give it a try. And you got there and you tried it and you did it, and now you've made beer. So
I don't think it's going to be super shitty. I mean,
no. Well, you started with Preston.
I mean,
Hey.
I had a good coach.
We got a note. It's getting passed in right here. What's the deal?
Oh, hey, hold on. Sit right there.
Well, okay. Why don't you be all demanding?
Jeff.
Okay.
How's
it
it going on
going?
your headsets?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You can adjust your volume here. You're red. You get to be red.
All right.
All right. You
Yeah.
you had a message for Preston, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. What's up?
Hi, Preston. I'm here, and you're not.
Yeah, man. Where you at, Preston?
Yeah.
Close
Preston.
up shop. Hey, I'm Josh.
I'm Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff.
We met the other day.
Yeah. Oh, at the store.
Hold on.
The Grain Cellar.
At the Grain Cellar.
Good. So
Yeah.
you homebrew a lot.
Used to. Still do.
Still do when you can.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like you can take a hiatus, but then it's like a journey for your palate and everything. And then you're just like, what am I inspired to brew now that I'm back? So
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay to. I haven't. It's been a while since I brewed too.
Yeah. It's been a long time since you brewed.
Well, I've got a bunch of full kegs at home, so
Yeah. Well, okay. First of all, what do you mean not in a while for you? What does that mean? I guess we should qualify all that.
3 weeks.
Okay. So, but your while is way different than my while.
Right.
So I've been busy with all of this. So it's been a long while for me. But I have made some cider within the last 6 months. So that's what's the last thing you brewed?
I did a red ale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did a red ale with funky kind of yeast from Imperial,
Mm-hmm.
and it turned out okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't great, but still drinkable.
Well, good. That's all that
Yes.
matters.
Yeah.
As long as it's drinkable.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's beer.
So were you just out and about and saw that, or do you live around here? Or you just decided to come in for lunch?
I live
or-
in Kingwood, but I work around here, so I stop in and do my charting.
Oh.
Before I,
That's convenient.
Are you saying you stopped in for a liquid lunch?
a liquid lunch.
Yes.
What are you
Yes.
going to have for lunch?
Ah,
Have you decided yet?
well, I haven't looked at the food yet, but their food is fantastic.
It is fantastic. I got
It
so
is.
many good choices.
I can tell you for sure it's fantastic.
Yeah.
We had some last week.
How many points do you have today to work with?
I came here with all my points. I'm on Weight Watchers. We talk about it a lot on the show.
Maybe too much?
Probably. But we don't talk about it as much as we talk about Patrick Swayze.
That's not true. We haven't talked about Patrick Swayze in a while.
What, like 2 weeks?
It's been a little while.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm efforting to.
Okay. Yeah, so I met so you were there whenever I brewed my first batch.
Right, when you started brewing.
Yeah, my first one.
How'd it go?
It's currently bottling. Should be ready next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carbonated.
Did you like the process?
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm already ready for my next one.
All right.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what would be your next style?
I don't know. I think maybe I want to try like a pale ale or something like that. I don't know. How easy are those?
I mean, it's just a matter of hopping. It's kind of the same process.
Okay.
We may. Drum roll, please.
Do we have something?
We may.
Oh, and by the way, anybody else who's watching, if you'd like to stop by, be a part of our show, like Jeff just happened to do, go ahead.
Yeah.
You are more than welcome to come in and take a seat.
Hey, Sam.
Like we got somebody else. All right, yeah, you can. We don't mean to keep you.
Bye, guys.
All right, go.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Thanks, Jeff. Hey, man.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Can you do me a big favor? And sit over there.
Sit over there. All right.
He's a little bit one. It's for your own good. He's handsy. He's real handsy.
Yeah,
He's real handsy. Hey, Catherine. Can you hear us? Oh, we can't hear her. Let's see. Let's check mics and everything. We got Catherine visually.
Yeah.
You hearing us? Or you can hear it now. Why aren't we hearing her? Oh, it's because I turned you down. Now try that again.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can.
Oh,
if I turn your
look
volume up, I'm good.
Hi.
Hey. All right. Let's
look
take.
who we got.
You want me to put her on the big screen, or should we
If
risk
you
it?
want, yeah, go ahead.
Can I do that? I got to
Yeah.
figure out how to do that.
You make her full screen.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear yourself all right there, Sam?
Yeah, I can hear, but I think so. Can you hear me through the headphones?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
sound.
yeah,
sound
great,
good.
great.
Sound real good.
Alright.
Hey man, what are you drinking?
This is the Texas Leaguer Chin Music, the rye beer. Just reading straight off the sheet. 6.6, 44 IBUs.
Nice.
Oh,
nice,
um,
nice.
First time I've ever had their beer. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Are we talking about something about beverages?
Oh, you're
that we're
right, Catherine. You're
consuming?
just in time. I hope, Catherine. Do you have with all the running
I
around?
do. I'm ready to go.
Ready
It's
to go.
Every way that I
Yeah.
need to be.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, let's do this. All right, this is
Yeah.
where we talk about Sam. This is your first time on the show, so let's
Yeah.
talk about our thing here. Let's do this.
Yeah.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine here on Liquid Lunch. This is
What you drinking?
All right, what we're drinking today? I'm drinking the Copperhead. It's their red ale of the Daisy Chain beers. Sam, if you want to adjust that mic just to make it more comfortable, if you need to turn any knobs, maybe
Here,
that
hold
knob
on.
down there. You're gonna get him.
I'll help it out.
Okay, we got people for that.
Talk
I'm
amongst
not
yourself.
good with mics.
Yeah, we usually have a
I tend
guy
to
named
pop
Mike.
quite a bit.
No, it's all right. So, Catherine, Catherine, first of all, this is Sam. I don't know if you can't see Sam.
good.
Oh, let me turn my camera there. There's half of
good.
Sam. That's his
Appreciate
ear. That's Sam's ear right there that you can see.
see
Anyway,
Ooh, nice.
Sam is the head brewer at Southern Star. Head
Very
brewer,
nice.
brewmaster. What's your official title?
Officially now, I'm production manager, which doing the same things I was doing when I'm head brewer. So
Okay.
just
New title,
new title, but
like a it's
same
like-
pay, same job.
You're like Sam Rothstein on Casino. You keep changing your title,
Keep changing it and do the same thing.
until the mafia finally. There we go. Oh, she's got the big headphones on now. So, Catherine, Sam is the mastermind behind all of this Daisy Chain madness. All the beers. Are you
Ah.
aware?
Right.
Do you know the Daisy Chain story?
No, lay
Oh.
it on me.
Oh, you know what? Great segue. Sam, tell us all about the Daisy Chain.
So the Daisy Chain was an idea I've had for, I'd say at least about a year. And goal was just to take one strain of yeast and pass it on to as many local Houston craft breweries as would be interested in participating and just make their own beer. The only guidelines were that they use the yeast that they got either from us or from another brewery along the way, and have the name be somewhat related to Daisy Chain, so that
Nice.
consumers could identify which ones were all the same.
So if he were a DJ, it would have been like he came up with a beat, but then everybody
Right.
else
And then
can,
everybody had a
Everyone-
verse over that beat.
yeah, freestyle riff on it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So would
That's
this
awesome.
would this whole thing be kind of like a baker's version of friendship bread?
I guess I'm not too into the baking scene. What is? Can you explain friendship bread?
Yeah, they basically you bake some bread or something. You share the yeast, and then you
and
share
you
the
share
yeast.
a little bit of the dough with
yeah,
the neighbor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
pretty much. And bread has yeast, so that's pretty similar to what we did.
'Cause when I go and some friends of mine they're asking me about the daisy chain, and I'm like, basically it's the beer version of friendship bread. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Kennedy's friends are deep into the baking scene.
They're super, super deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Hardcore. It's a
Uh-huh.
hardcore world, right?
Yeah,
Kennedy?
it
They're
is.
like the
Yeah.
they're like the Sons of Anarchy of baking. They just run around.
It's definitely rising too.
I get it. That's that yeast humor.
It's a yeast joke.
Sam's a dad, right?
Yeah.
I am a dad.
That's a tell.
That's how you knew.
Yeah. All right. So 23 was the total number.
I believe 23. I kind of lost count. There were some that I think 1 or 2 dropped out, and then one came in about 2 months. Basically, when it was all done, one of them found yeast from another brewery. So I think
just happened across.
we'll call it 23. And home brewers, I want to say I didn't get really firm counts on that, but I think probably around 50 home brews that I know of. So if they pass it on beyond that, I don't know about that, but
Okay.
quite a few.
So I hold in my hand, Catherine, a list of the beers here for tonight for
Okay.
tonight's party. I believe we're at 13. There's 3. There's 6.
I believe there's 13.
There's
I
9,
think Mary
10,
said 13, yeah.
11, yeah,
I
13.
just said 13.
13. Yes.
So I hope I'm not a liar.
So, no, 13 is the number that stuck out to me. I am drinking the Copperhead, their Copperhead Red Daisy Chain Edition. It is biscuity and a bit grassy on the nose. I didn't even stick it in my nose. Let's see what happens. Perhaps, yes.
Yeah, grassy.
Yeah, maybe a bit grassy. I'm not. Maybe St. Augustine. I don't know. Bermuda. What do
I
you?
got Bermuda more out of the Copperhead.
Yeah, Bermuda. They're kind of. Yeah, Seth's kind of a Bermuda kind of dude. What's your favorite grass, Catherine? Do you have a favorite grass?
Well, St. Augustine is the least expensive, right? Bermuda's so lush.
I think crab. Crab may be the least. If we're talking
Oh
about
yeah, probably. You're probably right.
bargain bin.
Bermuda's nice because it's so. What's the other one? Zoysia.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot, right?
Zoysia, yeah.
That's
Wow.
pretty
Zoysia.
nice too.
I only
yeah.
know of 3.
What? That's it.
Yeah,
Bermuda.
St. Augustine, Bermuda, and crab.
Well, crab's a weed.
Yeah.
Oh, grass,
Still a
but
Still
grass.
grass.
Fountain grass. You know fountain grass, right? Purple fountain grass.
Yeah.
You don't have any decorative grass like growing on your porch at the apartment?
No, I do
Okay.
not.
We should
No.
consider that.
No.
Anyway, so I'm having Copperhead Red. Kennedy, what are you drinking?
I am drinking the Lone Pint Denali. It's IPA.
Boom.
It is a really good IPA.
There you go. All right, Catherine,
Yeah.
what you got in that mason jar?
I've got New England style IPA from Epic Brewing.
Ooh.
See that?
Hey.
How is that?
Ah.
Ooh,
It's
pretty
good.
nice.
It's hazy.
Yeah. Where is Epic?
Yeah.
Where is
Yeah,
Epic?
where's
Do we
that?
know?
Utah.
Utah, something like that. Yeah.
You drinking?
That's a
Did you say
good-
Utah?
Yeah, she
think
went
You're
all.
drinking Mormon.
Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay,
I thought
cool.
you might be drinking Mormon beer.
Well,
No, that was her.
it might make me a better person.
Well, her sister wife maybe.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it-
how nice would it be to have a sister
might have
wife
to be
that doesn't
concerned about
speak?
the alcohol content on a Mormon beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is
yeah.
the alcohol content on a Mormon beer, Catherine? Since you've converted in the last 30 seconds, what?
Oh, good question. Let's see. We're just gonna tell everyone this is a Mormon beer. Let's make this
0-0.
viral. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that they can do that.
7%.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that.
Not Mormon beer.
Catherine
By the way,
Pilsner.
Catherine, I don't know if you can see your Facebook or your return or anything, but you are
Oh,
I
see
towering
that.
over us right
Hi.
now.
Yeah, that's huge.
I know. You're towering over us.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
restaurant can see
Look
you.
at you guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
Looking up
Look
at you.
guys.
I've looked
Yeah.
up to you my whole
You
life.
guys look good today.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're looking down on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you always look down on me, but
Yeah. Well, everybody does.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Sam,
right.
what how many of these have you tried? How many of the 23?
Let's see. So I, as you said, I'm a father, so I chose staying married over going to a lot of the events around these. I've probably tried, I'll say 10 to 15.
That's still
Not many of the ones that were only released at the brewery.
Yeah.
Let's see. Going through this list, I've tried the Buffalo Bayou. Now I can say I've tried the Texas Leaguer, 11 Below. I've not tried the Bearded Fox yet. The Brahmin one, Copperhead, Eureka Heights, Fetching Lab. I'm pretty sure I've tried the Lone Pint. And the Southern Star, I have definitely tried that one once or twice.
Yeah. I figured that one.
And then I think the Spindle Tap, that's the only one that is one that struck out that I've tasted but haven't. Let's see, Eighth Wonder.
I know
Had that one.
your Sigma is, I think they're barrel aging theirs.
Yeah, Sigma and Brash barrel aged. And Eighth Wonder is they're gonna do a second one. They've already brewed it, I believe, but they're doing a second one. So they did, I think it was Daisy Me Rollin', which for now I'm gonna call the winner of the names.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They did that one, and then they were gonna pull yeast from Brash later and produce a barrel aged one. So we'll have Sigma, Brash, and Eighth Wonder at some point releasing barrel aged versions.
That's cool.
Preston just said that the grain cellar is responsible for 25 batches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he said technically now there's more than 50.
Yeah. Yeah, that for the home brewers, they're not regulated or anything, so and I couldn't communicate with everybody who wanted to be involved. So 50 is probably a pretty conservative estimate on how many home brews were.
When
yeast.
when you were getting into, when the idea first came up, did you have any inkling that it would get to the size and scope that it had?
I honestly really didn't have many expectations. I didn't want to say if we don't get 15, it's a failure. If we don't get everybody, it's a failure.
Mm-hmm.
I figured we'll probably everybody that's been involved that I've talked with really likes the concept, and at least they're polite and says they want to do it again. So hopefully there's a handful of breweries that either didn't respond or didn't have time to do it, couldn't slot it into their production. So hopefully if we do it again, my goal is eventually to get every brewery in the Houston area to participate. But
I was just at Backfish yesterday talking with Chris for the latest episode of Vinter Brews. If anybody wants to download that, Catherine, episode 162 now available. Anyway. Oh, she went away.
You keep looking up at her.
I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't, right? Am I?
She can't really it sounds like she's not actually there.
You're like Oz. You're like the great and powerful Oz.
It's like waving to the Jumbotron.
Yeah. Where did the volume go?
Nobody looks good doing that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Catherine, keep
That
talking.
was me. That's not you guys. My baby was screaming.
Oh,
so
no,
I
that's
switched
good.
off.
No.
She loves to be part of everything.
She does. She wants to be in on the conversation. She loves daisy chain beers.
She saw me pouring my beer, and she spit out her pacifier because she thought I was going to give her some.
Do you ever dip the pacifier in the beer to clean it off or
No,
anything?
not yet. Maybe when we get closer to the twos.
Okay, I get you. That's right. You know what? Yes, you've got to have guidelines and
She's
limitations.
still sweet and containable at this point.
For the most part.
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now.
Okay. What was I asking? Oh, yeah. No, I was at Backfish, and that was a delicious one as well. What was the name of that one? It escapes me. I can see the logo in my mind. But that's the cool thing is they're all around town.
Yeah.
That's you and Backfish. That's 60 miles apart.
Something like that.
That's
yeah.
That's legitimately two different cities. So it's a big, huge area. So all the places you go around town, something new to try, but it's all connected.
All connected. Yeah, that was just I'd had this idea for a while, and it just seemed, I kept thinking of things that would go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That, if somebody passes along infected yeast, the timing doesn't work out. Are we going to have brewers pissed off at each other for a minor reason? And there was just always kind of
naming rights alone were as far as
and yeah, technically, I don't know if I should say this too widely. I don't think I know we didn't trademark it, so hopefully nobody trademarks it and tries to squash it. But it was really Harvey and the Astros winning the World Series. I just thought, you know what, we might as well give it a shot because we can work together.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the whole community is coming together at that point anyway.
yeah, So,
Yeah.
Why not
See?
bring brewers together? Yeah.
Hazel agrees.
So
Yeah.
He's blowing kisses.
I wonder if any of the Galveston Island, do they do?
I don't know.
I don't think there were any Galveston breweries. I think
I'm-
Backfish,
I'm just trying to figure out the span because it goes all the way from College Station.
College Station. We're probably the furthest north.
Yeah.
Unless Lone Pine is north of us. I think we're about even.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
And then, Backfish, Saloon Door, I'm pretty sure ended up doing
Yeah.
one. They're down there.
Yeah.
And then
Are you like me, since we're up here? Anything like south of 10 is down there.
is that, it might as well be Galveston. or
Yes.
Corpus.
If you're south of I-10.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Catherine,
Yeah. What's
you-
up?
what's the latest? What's been going on with you? What's the deal?
What's going on with me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, good
Like
question.
in the last week.
Nothing. I'm just working hard, slinging my stuff. And then, on Sunday, I did a podcast recording at Big Hop Shane Field here in San Antonio.
Nice.
So that will probably be dropping tonight.
Okay.
And it was supposed to drop on Tuesday, but it just didn't. It didn't
Yeah.
happen.
No, that happens.
But other than that, no, just hanging out, taking care of my baby, running my business.
Drinking that Mormon beer?
Drinking all the Mormon beer.
Yeah.
For the Mormons. They, that's what it is. They brew beer for other people to drink because they can't drink it.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
Well, that's, you're doing the Lord's work when you're drinking for them. They can't, but you're
Of course.
helping
of
out
course.
any way you can.
Yes. Thank you, Josh.
Yep. Sam, has any of this beer, speaking of San Antonio and places beyond Houston, has any of the Daisy Chain beer made its way outside of Houston? Or are we just
I can only speak
privileged?
for our brewery. I don't know. Boy, that would be. I don't follow the distribution patterns of other breweries, but I know we've had, at least in Austin, for our distributors, Austin and San Antonio are the same, come out of the same warehouse. So I know there's some that's gone out to Austin, probably some to San Antonio. I don't know about Dallas or not. And then, other than that, I would wager not, just because we were the largest brewery in terms of annual volume that participated. So I'm not sure how widely those other breweries distribute. I think they're mostly Houston area.
Okay. Would you going to say something, Catherine's I'm sorry, I'm gazing over here.
We did have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Jeffrey wants to know about the style of yeast. We haven't talked about that, right?
Not in depth.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
The style of yeast. So when I was starting to develop the idea, I looked up on our yeast provider. They have yeast descriptions, so you know what you're getting into, and they had 3. What I wanted was something similar to Chico, also known as 001, 1056 California ale yeast. Just a very versatile strain, so that everybody could kind of play to their strengths, whether they're good at pale ales, IPAs, stouts, whatever. Pretty much anything that would work in the American-British beer style spectrum. So I think it was the Sam Adams ale strain. That's what we ended up using. The Anchor Liberty and the Red Hook yeast strain. We took like basically a 5-gallon starter size of yeast of those 3, put in our bombshell blonde. I just wanted, not to try and make the beer out of that, but just to get a good baseline for what the yeast will actually taste like. And one of them, I forget which one, was really overly orangey, I thought, and one had a really strange vanilla flavor. And the one we ended up choosing was 008 by White Labs Numbers, and it's the Sam Adams. If you've ever had Sam Adams Boston Ale strain, or Boston Ale, that's the same yeast strain that we used for
Okay.
Daisy Chain. I wanted the easiest thing to do would just to use Chico, but since so many breweries already use that, I thought that would be a little too easy to cheat, that if something didn't happen, you just said, okay, well, technically we're a part of this, but not really.
Did anybody tell Sam Adams, the Boston Beer Company? Anybody let him know?
No. Well, and I think the way we purchased it was called East Coast Ale. So
Yeah.
technically it was not sold as Sam Adams yeast strain.
Right. But
But-
I wonder, like, that would be cool if they. if I had my own proprietary blend of yeast or whatever, that I would be like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, of course they did, because it's awesome.
It is. I mean, I was impressed with the yeast, and all the beers that I've had have worked out really well with. They played with the yeast really well.
Yeah.
I know that dude.
Huh? Who was that? Who just walked in?
Bearded. Oh, I forgot his name though. Bearded
No.
Fox guy.
Nice. Nice.
Sorry.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way to go.
I don't-
And
yeah,
then,
I
not
don't
that
know.
anybody was listening, Catherine. Oh, hey, there's Hazel. You
Yeah.
still muted
Yeah.
your mic, though.
Yeah.
Are you just
we-
waving now?
Well, we just
That's
had an
fine.
all cute moment on, so I put it up.
Oh, okay. No, I'm.
Hi, she's saying hi.
Oh, hey, Hazel.
Hi.
Wow,
Hi.
she looks like a mini Catherine.
She is. Y'all are really
Wow.
like identical. Now with the hair is a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like maybe your clone. She your clone.
Maybe. That
Yeah.
could be what we did.
About half.
I don't want to give away any secrets.
Right. Yeah.
She might be a lab baby. You don't know.
You just. Yeah, that's what you do in your spare time. It's not. It's
Yeah,
your
you
passion.
really, when you're drunk, who knows what I was doing?
That's they talk about that. Two people meet, have a few drinks,
Right.
head back to the
Yeah.
lab, make a baby.
Have a clone
Clone a
baby.
baby.
Exactly.
Clone a baby.
Exactly.
That happens. You know.
Yeah. that
I didn't.
happens.
I don't think I clone any of my kids, but pretty sure.
I hope there's no clones of me floating around there.
There's nobody like you, Kennedy. I can say that with a whole
Yeah,
lot
but,
of confidence. So
They may be, infants at this point.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. That'd be weird though, right?
Well, I mean, I do leave my DNA all over the place.
It's allergies, Sam. I think he's got allergies. I think he sneezes. I think that's what we're talking about, Catherine. I don't think it's. Yeah, you've made Hazel upset.
Made her upset.
Yeah. Sam, we've been out to Southern Star a number of times,
Uh-oh.
and this, I'm not talking about that
Okay,
yet.
good.
But I don't think we've never had you on the podcast or this show.
No,
or
I'm usually
super busy.
Yeah, busy is sometimes usually busy. Sometimes that's a cover. I'm not terribly. I'm kind of starting to get my feet into, public speaking and being on that. I'm generally, if there's something else I can do other than talk about, basically my work,
Mhm.
I'll usually find something else to do. But
Okay.
next time y'all come, I'll definitely join in.
Well, let's hear a bit. How did you get into brewing? Like I that you're the production manager at one of the best breweries in the world. I mean, let's be honest. One of the the first brewery in Conroe, the second in the Houston area,
Yeah.
the mighty Southern Star. That's
Right.
that's
Number
a pretty
13 in Texas.
yeah.
Something
That's
like that.
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13 beers here, 13. It's like it was
Really
meant to
strange
be.
that 10
Yeah.
years old as grandfathers in this industry in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, I got started. I graduated from UT in 2005, and I had already had a job lined up with Nabisco. I moved back to Houston, which is where I'm originally from, and I was working basically as sales rep for Nabisco for about a year. And it was, honestly, I still like Nabisco. I'll still buy lots of Triscuits. Good job. It just wasn't what I was really wanting to do, and I was 23.
Yeah.
Didn't have a girlfriend, didn't have any kids or a mortgage or anything, so I'd been homebrewing for about a year. I think I made one good beer and about 15 really bad ones, but I was interested in it, and it was kind of just the day I decided I had to leave Nabisco to go do something else. St. Arnold put in their newsletter that they were hiring for a brewing position, and I just kind of took that as a sign, so I applied for the job, and probably, I don't know, a few months after that, I was hired and worked at St. Arnold for about 7 years. I was there brewing for about 3 years at the original location off of Fairway Park,
Mhm.
and then moved into the current facility when it was a little more empty down in the fermentation cellar than it is now. But stayed there for about 7 years total, and then made the move to Southern Star, and that was about almost 5 years ago.
That's cool.
Oh.
So you were there. Let's say, okay, so 2004. When did Southern Star open?
7, right?
7?
It was I
6 or
think it was
7?
Well, I think the company was formed in 07, but I'm going off of anniversary dates. We just had our anniversary this past March, and I think that's celebrating the anniversary of first keg out the door. I think was how that's.
So did you work with Dave at Southern Star for a minute?
I worked with
Dave
Dave
at
at
St. Arnold?
Yeah, I figured that's.
Yeah.
Yes, I do work with Dave at.
So all those S's.
There's I still have trouble. 5 years on, I still have trouble mixing those up.
Yeah.
I worked with Dave for, I think, just under a year at St. Arnold. So he definitely helped train me on brewing, filtering, cleaning, and then he left. And I guess about, I'm trying to figure out the time. Probably about a year later, Southern Star was open.
Yeah, that's cool.
So as I'm talking as I go to these breweries, and I know that there's a lot of Southern Star connections, like former employees there that have gone on to other
I think
things.
where for Southern Star or St. Arnold?
I'm sorry, I meant St. Arnold. I did it too.
Well, I was going to say, I know there's a handful, but
I did
Take a
it
drink.
too.
St.
drink.
Arnold has a.
Yeah, I did it too.
Every time you mix them up.
Yeah, St. Arnold has, let's see, Armadillo Ale Works in Denton. I think they've just started brewing their own beer. They were contract brewing for a while, and in between, Brash, of course, with Vince, he was there. He also helped train me. Let's see, just the people I worked with. Michael Harris is now head brewer, production manager at Oscar Blues in Austin. Nick Walther, I believe he opened up a brewery in Boston. I'm not sure if that ever. Last I talked with him, it was in planning, but that was, I think, Turtle Swamp or Swamp Turtle, something like that.
Yeah.
St. Arnold's has definitely.
And Casey
there's a good
over at
limit.
Eureka
Yeah,
High.
and Casey.
Yeah.
There's
And
a-
of
forget
course,
him.
Dave.
And
Dave, right.
And Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, Mary
Draught Thistle
here.
Draft
Right
here.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What is she? Oh, she's putting flowers out, Catherine. They're
This is
putting-
definitely the prettiest display for a pint night that I've ever.
Oh yeah.
attended.
Listen,
So,
everybody.
once again, this is where we're at.
Yes. You see the wide shot there, Cal? I don't know if you're watching. Hazel.
I can see. Hazel's eating and trying to rip my face off as we're
Are you feeding?
as
those-
we're recording.
Are those
Are you-
I'm
Pringles?
just listening. I'm fascinated by all the employees, the flowers. What
Well,
a great show.
So Mary is. It is a daisy chain event. So is this? I guess was she? This is rapid, or what did we call this? What are we calling this event? That's a
That's
wrap.
It's
right.
a wrap.
So is this like the last daisy chain official daisy chain event until?
I mean,
Like from
there's
the
no
barrel?
real official. We tried to get, part of the sharing the yeast. We were also trying to bring together sales and marketing teams to. I have zero. I'm terrible at sales and marketing. It's not what I want to do. So I kind of pushed this on to the sales teams of the breweries involved to work together, because sometimes it's hard to convince a bar, especially a startup brewery, really small. If you don't have a lot of force behind you, it's hard to say, okay, can you please just bring in 4 of my kegs? This way you bring in 1, but you can work together and say, here's 5 breweries, or for this one, 13 that want to be, just a little more force behind it and, coming together for the community.
Hey, Mary.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how are you?
You're,
I'll adjust the mic.
yeah. We got people for that.
He's good at that.
That's
You got mine.
you.
I was going to say I'm confused.
No, yeah. You just put the headphones on. Mary, Catherine, Mary.
Hold on, she's eating a chip.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
And Hazel, of course.
Good to meet you.
Yes, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
So I just want everybody to know everybody, now that we're all
Yeah.
together. Yeah, Hazel.
All together.
Yeah. So now, okay, cool. Hey, this is looking awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, I love the attention to detail with we have Catherine actual chain and actual
Okay.
daisies.
Yeah.
So
Real
we're-
Daisy.
real daisies, real chains, daisy chain,
Wow.
and all the beers.
Yeah.
And
So
the people to go along with it.
and all the good people, and all the great people. This is great.
What's better than that? Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to assume that not everybody who watches this stream and downloads this podcast episode 161 of Interbrews yet, I'm going to say go back and listen to that because we recorded that one here.
I'm going to
Yeah,
assume
sure.
that everyone has.
You think so?
Everyone.
I think so.
I keep looking
think
up this-
everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't,
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
but I was here.
You were here.
Yeah.
You heard part of that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. So, Mary, tell us a little bit about Thistle Draft Shop. Give everybody just the summary, like, and then about tonight's event. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh gosh, we're a craft beer bar on the north side of town. In spring, we have craft beer as well as craft food. What else can I tell you? We have great people. Have an awesome spot. Fabulous chef that came from the Grove, Ernesto Villarreal,
Mm-hmm.
and he's put together such a fabulous menu for us that our mouths just water. And Rodney Campbell's here, and he was just asking me about what he should eat. It's like, well, what should you not eat? Because it's all good.
How much time you
It is
got?
all
Yeah,
good.
exactly. Yeah, we've got some really great foods
Oh, hey,
here.
there's Rodney over there. I see him. How you doing, buddy? I think he shows up at half. It's at one point or another in all the shows we do. I think he shows up. It's about half.
Who?
Just ends up there.
Rodney with Cask Brandy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I think just about. He's everywhere.
He
Yeah.
is
He doesn't
everywhere.
stop.
Yeah.
I don't like when you look at his Facebook feed. It's just like, you need a coffee just to keep up with his running around.
Get exhausted watching it.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us about the event tonight. I mean, we've got 13 excellent beers on tap. All the Daisy Chain beers.
We do.
Party kicks off at 7.
7. Yeah, we'll be
Ish.
playing with it all day long.
Okay, and
Yeah.
goes until closing.
Until today's at midnight. Midnight tonight.
midnight.
So
Nice. So it goes all
Probably
the
gonna
way
stick
until
around that
tomorrow,
long.
Catherine.
That's right.
And we also have Game 5 tonight.
That's right.
Any predictions from this table on Game 5, Sam?
I think they can build off of Game 4. I
Four
think
was
they
nuts.
finished out. I'll be honest. This is about the time the NBA season actually starts for me. Western Conference Finals,
Mhm.
and the season is over as soon as the Rockets are out. But I watched the end of Game 4, and I think they showed they can close out a game in Oakland. So I think I think they can come home and get the win tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. 'Cause tonight's super. Every game's pivotal, right? But to be on an elimination
3-2
game,
is hard to come back from.
the Warriors. Catherine, I know you're big into it. The NBA.
Yeah, I mean, every minute, I'm following every minute of baseball this season.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, football, yeah.
I think San Antonio, they're a little salty this year.
Foosball.
I know Scott
Yeah.
Scott Metzger from Freetown. He's a little salty. But, Spurs aren't
Yeah.
in it, but you can't have it every year.
You
Catherine.
got to win
Right.
Yeah.
to go this far.
Yeah. So he did offer Kawhi Leonard free beer and pizza for life. Did y'all see that?
I did see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a move. I don't know it's going to pay off.
What a waste. What a waste because I would have taken him up on it. Why offer to someone that may not?
Maybe that's what you should do. Hold out and say you're going to do your
If you're
podcast.
listening, Scott, stupid. Dumb.
Maybe you should say you're going to do your show, She's Crafty podcast from, say, like, you're going to move it to San Marcos
Yeah,
or
I'm
something.
leaving. I'm leaving San Antonio. What could keep me?
better
I don't know.
offer.
Just free
Throw
beer
some
and pizza.
stuff out.
Yeah. So let's see if Scott can grab that and run with that. All right, so 7 o'clock till closing, game, beers,
Yeah.
and the menu.
And the menu's fabulous.
What do we got on the menu tonight? I mean,
We have cheeseburgers or classic burgers with truffle fries or regular fries, whichever way you'd like to have it. We have blue burgers. We have the octopus tostada. Fabulous. Pork belly tacos, pretzel knots, cheese plates. We have quite a few things. The thing about the Daisy Chain beers, though, is we were very conscientious about collecting at least 2 or 1 and saving them to the end to celebrate the art of being able to pull a Daisy Chain off like this. I think it's a pretty unique thing. Not very many breweries have done it, cities have done it, and so we really want to celebrate the act of this being accomplished.
yeah, no, it's really cool. And a lot of these beers are going to pair really, really well with a lot of the foods you have here. So, I mean, come find what speaks to you, food and beer-wise. Catherine, did you hear that octopus tostada?
I heard it, and my stomach is growling now.
That happened literally. It's funny when people
Yeah.
start talking. Last time we were here, when you start talking about the food you have, like my stomach literally starts growling when you start
Yeah.
describing everything. So
They also have the ahi tuna with chicharrones.
Chicharrones.
Oh, that was
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
yeah, so I can speak from experience for the burger. Fantastic.
Those pretzel knots, And that cheese.
No, that too. Yeah,
Oh,
big, and the
that is
cheese plate. The
delicious.
cheese
Yeah,
plate
cheese
from
plate.
Cheese plate.
Houston Dairy Maids.
Yeah,
Solid.
I blew all my points last Tuesday.
How many?
On
On
beer.
cheese.
No,
Yeah.
it was strict beer and cheese.
Yeah. That'll
Between
happen.
the beer and cheese, I spent. Well, only Catherine cares about this, but 33 points.
No, I think everybody cares
Oh,
about y'all's
that's
diet.
that's more than my whole day.
Yeah.
How many?
I get 36 a day.
So we're doing weight. Y'all are doing Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
What are our
Right.
stats so far? Kennedy, we'll start with you since you brought it up.
What do you mean by stat?
Like how much weight loss? Weight
Oh,
or
as of yesterday, I'm down 18 pounds.
I could totally tell.
Good job, Kennedy.
Are
Yeah.
you
That's like-
I'm going to be real honest. I have split since Mother's Day. I went balls to the wall on Mother's Day and have not recovered.
Yeah.
So I have not even weighed myself. But I'm starting again fresh on Monday. I decided.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of time between now and then, though. So get it all in while you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna hit it hard until Monday.
Yeah. What is?
Well, when I was in San Antonio a couple weekends ago,
Yeah.
I had two 90-point days.
You know why? Because listen, yesterday in San Antonio, Taco Cabana was running a 1-cent bean and cheese taco deal.
Oh boy.
Okay, I had 50 cents in my wallet.
So how many tacos did you eat?
I'm just saying it was a big day for us.
1 cent?
Yeah,
1
but
cent.
Do they is there tax on that? Like a like
It's a
half
good
a
question.
cent?
I don't know.
Like a quarter of a penny?
so
Yeah.
San Antonio also has Rolando's Super Taco,
Oh,
which
so good.
which I discovered the biggest barbacoa taco I've ever seen in my
Ever.
entire life.
Like that's probably the entire cow in that taco.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah. Was it lean or was it real fatty and like real?
Actually, it wasn't really as fatty as I've had in the past,
Okay.
but it was
Alright.
good. It was good. It was about as big around as my forearm.
Well,
That's
Pretty
I
big.
mean,
Yeah.
depends on the forearm, but I mean, that's still pretty solid.
Yeah,
okay.
I couldn't finish it. It was that big that I couldn't finish.
That's wow. That's saying a lot.
I usually don't leave empty plates.
Okay. Well, since we're talking all this food and
Yeah.
quote unquote dieting, let's
Right.
talk beer and food pairing. Mary, I mean, whatever of the beers on the page, and the food here at the bar, and maybe just overall in general. Do you have like a favorite, like go-to beer and food pairing? You're like, if you want to, like somebody who's like, you know what, I want to learn more about beer and food pairing. Like, do you have like a go-to where you're like, this will blow your mind, like a cheese and a beer, or a favorite dish and a certain beer? I had to put you on the spot. I don't hate to, but
Oh, you did.
I'm
You
putting you on
absolutely
the
did.
spot.
Oh, the other day, I guess it was Monday. It was either Monday or Tuesday. Andrew, one of our cooks in the kitchen, he came up with this pizza. It was a pork belly pizza, truffle oil, and it had quail eggs on top.
Mm.
Oh.
Awesome. So then we went to the beer line to kind of figure out which one would work really best with it.
Mhm.
We found two, both the Celis Bach and the Back Pew Seder Swill, and they were both delicious with it. So as a surprise, that would be my surprise.
Okay. Mm.
As a
Same.
regular, I'd say the tuna tartare and an IPA.
Yeah. Sam, do you have a favorite beer and food pairing, like a go-to?
I'm not nearly as good, or generally my food and beer pairing is the beer in my hand and the food that I'm either cooking or about to eat. That's generally how I do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to cop out and say I don't really have a good answer.
Well, I'll step up. I have one that I like to, like when people aren't thinking about it, but like carrot cake and a double IPA is like, that's my favorite, Catherine. I like to blow people's mind because they're like, oh, dessert doesn't go with beer, but those two.
Right.
Depending on,
Yeah.
obviously the double, some are better depending on the cake. There's so many variables, right? So you got to
Right,
dig in and
right.
like try which one goes with what. And it's people's palate too, Kennedy. People's palates it's like fingerprints. Your tongue has a fingerprint.
Yeah.
So every time you put your tongue on something, that's just you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Kennedy knows that.
That's a lot.
He knows. That's why he does it.
I
He
can't
knows
keep
what's
track of all.
His tongue has been so many places. I don't even know.
Huh?
Just he's imprinted that whole city probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got tongue prints just from.
Every bathroom stall in Houston has probably been
Yeah.
imprinted
Did
by
our-
him.
I don't know.
Did our
about
battery go
bathroom
out
stuff.
over there?
I think it's yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll talk while you
Mine's kind of
switch.
crackling a little bit. Is anybody else?
All right, let's see if the battery helps.
Right,
All
yeah.
right, talk amongst yourselves.
No, we are. The headphone amp, Catherine. The battery is dying. And so
Okay.
we'll see if Kennedy can replace it, and we'll see if the battery I put on the table still has any juice.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
This week on Liquid Lunch.
Huh? I'm not. I think.
Kennedy be able to replace the battery in 10?
Do it. Mike typically is the battery licker. We make
Okay.
Mike lick the battery. It's my favorite part of the
Okay.
setup. Like lick
Yeah.
that and tell me if that's a good one. And you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
there we go. It's working. There we go.
That's a good
Kick mine
idea. I
down
mean,
a
you've
little.
probably only taken like maybe a year and a half.
Wow,
off his
I can
life,
do
so I don't think
Yeah.
it's that
general
big.
maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I will give you half of TD Mike's salary. To
How
add
about-
to your
What?
own?
That's
How about
big.
give
What
me-
is that? $1.75?
Now,
No,
how
it's not
about
even
give
that.
me 1,000,000 times Mike's salary?
You know what? Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
All right.
We can go there. You know what? I'm a generous
What's
guy.
0 times a million?
They don't make any money, Sam.
Anything times 0 is always 0.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, Sam. What's going on at Southern Star? What's the latest on
Yes.
what?
I think we're ready for another round.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Huh.
by the way, Catherine, I don't
Yeah.
have to work today.
I
You
did.
don't have to work today.
No. So I'm
You're
just
not going to work drunk today.
no.
What? This is the first time in what? 2 years?
I
Pretty
am.
much, yeah.
Maybe?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I'm just gonna say surprise me.
I
Just surprise me.
I want to try the New Republic.
Perfect.
College Station. Whoop. You know. Do you?
Let's see.
Sam's a UT alum.
Yeah.
New Republic College Station. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You know that's.
Well,
They don't even play anymore.
Those are rivals.
They are rivals, but sorta.
Thank you, Mayor.
Oh, you're going Lem Below, eh? That's the
Below.
genesis of the hipster sauce.
yeah.
Have you
That
tried?
is. I haven't tried hipster sauce,
Oh,
good.
but
man.
I have had the 11 Below Daisy Chain before, and I was impressed.
Yeah, it's Keenan doing good work. Lem Below. What's up, y'all? I think they're going to be here tonight. I think I saw where somebody.
Well,
Somebody
it's a
from there.
shame they're not here right now.
Nah. Yeah, it is. I mean, look, okay. So that's when you say it's a shame they're not here. Yes, it'd be more fun if they were here. But we got Sam, we got Mary, me, and Catherine. You know, what
And
else do you
Hazel?
need?
Don't
And
leave
Hazel.
her out.
And
Oh.
Hazel.
Yeah, Hazel's here.
Yeah.
Hazel loves bars.
Does she?
Just anytime. Yeah, of course.
Well,
She's very demanding though.
Do you let her loose and let her just run around?
I really honestly, I'm just like, you know what, if she gets home, good for her. You know, if not, well then I guess
Well,
she'll be fine.
She seemed
You
to
know,
have found her.
she's got a diaper, so she should be okay.
That should last for a while.
there you go. That's
Yeah.
that's what we need. You need pub diapers.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
like gamers, because you don't want to
Yeah.
stop what you're doing to have to take time to go to the bathroom.
It's true. Like, it's kind, it's like you need to get the swim up bar experience at just a normal bar because you don't
Normal
have to go
bar.
to the bathroom at all at a swim up bar.
No.
Nobody ever leaves a swim up bar. Once you get that seat, you're there all day. Heather, Banana Show,
Yeah.
Gana Show,
Yeah.
Formerly Hamilton.
Banana Show.
formerly
Banana
of
show.
Southern.
Banana show.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
That's what she said. She said it sounds like Banana Show.
I think I've known Scott for quite a while, and it took a while before I could pronounce that name.
Well, looking at it is intimidating. Heather, you have an intimidating last
Yeah.
name. But she said she's off today. Heather,
Why
we're
aren't
gonna
you
be
here?
Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. Come on
Why-
out to Spring.
Yeah. Why aren't
Come
you
hang
here?
out. You know.
Yeah.
You said you could come hang out. Come hang out.
Come
And
hang out,
Open
Heather.
invitation.
And if you're joining us for Liquid Lunch, Heather, what are you drinking?
Yeah.
Sorry, what you drinking?
Yeah. Jules. Hey. Thanks, Jake.
Is
Oh.
this the city acre?
City Acre.
Oh,
Excellent.
thanks, Jake.
Bearded Fox. Nice.
All right. So
Nice.
what do we get?
All right. I got. You know what, Sam? You're the guest. You go first.
I got the 11 Below Daisy Chain. I guess I can read it. 11 Below's contribution to the Houston Daisy Chain Project is an American IPA using Mosaic Citra and Amarillo hops, easy on the bitterness and hop forward. And I
Hey.
guess this is the precursor to hipster sauce.
Yeah.
So I guess as a hipster, that would be I'm in before it was hipster sauce.
You enjoyed it before it was cool.
Before it was cool.
Yeah. I got the City Acre HTX PA American Pale Ale, 5.4 ABV, Catherine, made with lemongrass. And you can smell
Ooh.
it. You can smell it. It smells like I used to have lemongrass growing in my backyard, and you'd walk out in the whole backyard.
There's another grass.
lemongrass. See, we
Yeah.
didn't even think about
Oh.
that,
Yeah,
Catherine.
we're
Write it
almost
down,
up to
folks.
5.
That's
oh,
5 lemongrasses.
Hold on. I got another one.
What?
Well, this was actually Jeffrey said this. Bluegrass.
Kentucky bluegrass.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bluegrass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, but this smells amazing. I don't even know if I want to drink it. It smells so good. City Acre. You ever been to City Acre?
Yes.
City
In
Acre's
fact,
a fun
I've
spot.
had
That's a
the
good
Daisy
spot.
Chain beer at City Acre.
This is that.
Yeah, it was good.
I think they only
Yeah.
kegged 1 or 2 and then served the rest of it at City Acre.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I have yet to have that.
Yeah, I
one.
was at. I
I'm
was
going
at.
to sip on the other side.
Based on what's in my sinuses, I don't think you want me to sip them.
Yeah,
I do
we-
that a
But I
lot.
appreciate it.
Ask random dudes if they want to sip on the beer on the other side of the glass, Catherine.
Yeah.
That's how you
That's
make
very
friends.
weird.
That's how you make friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is a
I
little weird.
bet.
But I feel like Sam and I have a connection. I feel like
Friends you can never get rid of.
I feel
Yeah.
like we're friends.
And I am.
That's why I'm not sitting over there. I'm sitting
Yes.
next to you.
Well, it's
we get a better camera shot
It's
when,
the-
when you're sitting over there.
it's the prospect of
This is
sitting next.
definitely a love seat show and not a separate chair show.
I know they do have some couches over here,
Yeah.
but maybe next time
That's
There's-
the next
Yeah.
segment.
yeah,
next-
there's too many windows over there.
we have to do that one at night.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows that liquid lunch just directly translates to like roofies, right? They know that.
We should get who makes roofies? Like I feel like I hear a lot of roofie
Pharmaceutical
talk,
companies?
but
Where,
like,
like, where do you get them from?
yeah, I don't know. I've never been in the roofie market,
I don't know.
but I
That's
feel
a
like
really
I think that's a good place to stay.
yeah, I don't know anything
Do-
about.
Do you want to like say, hey, I'm in the roofie market?
Well, is there a like
No.
legit reason for them?
I think
Why-
they're sleep aids.
That's it.
So I think
Like-
I mean that's the
Well,
point of why they're used illegally is you're trying to make someone fall asleep.
Oh, but don't you just like hit a wall and just like? Psh. Oh, is it the same?
I have never
I think it
given
depends
someone
on the
roofies or
dosage.
taken them.
I don't know. I've never roofied anyone before,
One.
except for my kids. So as far as I know, and they're small, the weight is less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to use as much on
So
children.
It's
That's
different,
true.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to look more into. Just for the knowledge base. I just feel
Like
like.
where can I
Well,
go to get
it's-
them?
No, I just feel like it's a blind spot in my.
Would it be so weird if all of a sudden Josh just started like roofing his wife every once in a while?
No, she. You know what? The thing is, she has no issue falling asleep around me.
Yeah, I don't either. I wouldn't even need to be roofied.
I don't need roofies.
Hold on.
I need half an episode of Westworld.
If we wanted,
Yes, my roofie is 10 p.m.
We've only gotten one episode into that, and we've had to start it 3 times.
well, if we want,
Season 2, then.
if we want to talk to
Yeah.
anybody about roofie,
Mhm.
we need to like find what Bill Cosby's doing right about now.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if he's
I don't
doing
think
a
he
whole
has
lot
any
of anything
access
with that.
anymore.
I
Yeah.
sure hope he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't. That's nah.
You don't
What-
like to make
Oh,
Bill
come on.
Cosby jokes, Josh?
You don't like
N-
Bill Cosby jokes are great.
No, look. It's. I was gonna try to work in the. It's not something I'd be putting up with if we did it
There
all
we
the
go.
time. Let's be honest.
All right.
But you know,
You've done better.
I thought it was Obacaby.
I think it was a solid joke.
it was Obacaby. Obacaby.
It was okay.
Oh, but
it, was,
Katie.
it was on the verge of being really good.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Much Cosby.
I think that's enough.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you got, and it's enough. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
back to grass or
Yeah, let's go back to grass. This
Yeah,
lemongrass.
let's go back to smoking pot.
What, were we talking about that?
Oh,
Did we mention that when we were talking about grass?
I don't think so.
I don't
oh,
think
there's
that one
that.
came up.
Does that count as grass? Is that a form of grass?
I
Tec-
think so.
I mean, it's a weed.
Technically,
Plant
barley
it.
is a grass, right?
barley is a grass. So is wheat, corn.
Rye.
I don't think cannabis is a grass.
It's a.
It's a
I
thing,
don't know
other
why.
thing.
It's
I don't know why I think that, but
well.
It's in the hemp.
It's
and
a
hemp
weed.
and
It's close to hops.
well, that's hops
Yeah,
are not
But
grass.
hops are on vines.
hops aren't grass.
A
yeah.
bine, actually, not a vine.
Yeah.
It's
That's
bine
true.
with a B, bro.
What?
Bine,
Bine
right?
Yeah,
with
it's
a B.
bine.
with a B.
With a B.
What?
Yep.
That's a word?
This episode of Liquid
It
Lunch brought to you
is.
by the letter B
Hold on. There's a
Bine.
difference between a vine with a V and a bine.
and a bine.
With a
Yeah,
B?
bine is spelled with a B and vine is with a V.
Thank you. And
That's
Sam,
that's
Sam,
the difference that I
That's the
know.
main
Sam is the
difference.
I have
expert.
never
Thank
heard
you.
of a bine before.
Well, now you have.
Wow.
It's one of those not important, but
It's a,
you can
it's
feel
a tell.
a little bit smarter than,
It's a tell.
and they will think you're an asshole if you.
Frank,
say
like what I
that.
just did. Dude, it's bine. Starts
Come
with a
on.
B. Show.
Come on, Kennedy.
Yeah. It's episode brought to you
My
by
bad.
the letter B
My
and
bad.
Barbacoa Apparel.
Oh, what? Hello, shut
Barbacoa
up.
Apparel. You got Barbacoa Apparel. That's hard to say. Barbacoa
Yeah.
Apparel when you're not
It's-
ready for it. Go
Yeah.
to barbacoaapparel.com/shop. Shop. Get some of those shirts. Are
Right.
you wearing Barbacoa
Go
Apparel?
get some of
currently?
those taco teas.
Taco
I'm
teas.
wearing She's Crafty today.
Oh, well, there you go.
See that? Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Is
that
Hazel wearing barbacoa?
Hazel is wearing a little onesie from my friend who has a company called Bury That, and it says Chula on it, which means cute.
Oh, that is Chula AF.
Yeah, it's got a little cactus and it says Chula.
Oh, adorbs.
Yeah.
Adorbs.
So, Heather Banana Show
Mm-hmm.
informed us she's drinking the Calling from Boulevard.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know what style that is.
Pretty sure that's IPA. That's a nice beer.
Yeah. Boulevard.
Kansas
I bet-
City.
Are they?
I bet you didn't pay much for that. That's where Scott works.
Oh, really?
Oh.
It's fresh. It is a solid IPA. I will give them that.
Are they now technically? Who are they? They're in another like a group now, right?
They Boulevard, Firestone Walker, and Omagong are all at least partially owned by Duvel Mortgard
Okay.
or Mortgat.
Mort.
Dutch pronunciation is
Yeah.
also not a strong suit for me.
Yeah, it's all Greek to me.
Mortgat, I
think
believe.
it's
Mortgat.
Belgian.
Yeah, it's Belgian.
Yeah. But they're still under the craft like moniker, right? Or is that
I don't know. That changes every few years. I'm
Yeah.
not real. I think
so.
But
But even
maybe I can't see the BA dropping Firestone Walker. I think
Yeah.
they would change rules to make sure they're still in the.
But even the
still
people
in the
that
fold.
own them, it's mostly just those like larger craft. Boulevard sponsors the Kansas City Royals baseball team, like it's their official beer, like where
Yeah.
St. Louis has the ABI.
Yeah.
Kansas City's all like, whatever, we're gonna do Boulevard. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not. The Royals are horrible. So, I don't know if it's a wise investment, but
They've been sponsors for years.
that's true. Even when they were really good,
sponsor when they
won
won the World Series.
Yeah. So there you go. Maybe it was. Maybe they're just they're loyal. So good for you, Boulevard.
And I think Royals fans tend to be pretty loyal. I've got a decent amount on my mom's side of the family, and they're
Yeah, I
they
have.
die hard.
I have family that lives in Kansas City.
Mm.
They went to like the parade when they after they won the World Series. When
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that weirdness.
Well, what else is there going on in Kansas City though? Like
Besides
I know.
the Royals?
I was there a few years ago, and
Chiefs?
nothing.
Yeah, I'm saying if there's a parade in the middle of the week, like on a Thursday or a Friday or whatever,
Yeah.
you're gonna go because everybody's there. Nothing else is gonna be open, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how big Kansas
I'm
City
pretty
is.
sure like all of Kansas City showed up for
Yeah.
that parade.
Of course.
Like everyone who lives in Kansas City was there.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
As they should. As everybody should show up for the Rockets parade when we win.
When we win,
Ooh.
Did you go to the Astros parade?
No.
I
Did you?
wanted to,
Yeah.
but
You know
I had
what?
to work. I don't know
Nobody.
what they don't do them on why don't they do it on a weekend? It was on a like Thursday or Friday at 2. No.
I say that about everything.
Did the Catherine? Have you been to any of the Spurs parades?
No. Are you kidding me? No.
I mean, it's just a thing.
Do you know, first of all, I don't like going downtown just on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Much less like when there's going to be a lot of people. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No.
Well, okay. It's funny how people's sensitivities to driving is like here in Houston. It's 30 minutes, 40 minutes anywhere, right? Like how long did
Right.
But in San Antonio, how long does it take you to get downtown from?
Have you ever seen the movie Clueless?
Yeah.
Where he's yelling at his daughter and he says you can get everywhere in LA in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's San Antonio. You can get anywhere if traffic is light, you can get anywhere in 20 minutes.
Okay.
But 20 minutes that's a long drive.
Is it? 20 minutes.
I mean,
See, that's the perspective.
Yeah.
That's
I would give anything just to drive 20 minutes. Like I think it was 25 minutes from my house to here, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty close.
I was about a half hour from my home here, and
And
then
that's-
I got another half hour to go up to work after this. So
What time do you have to be? You have a time you have to be at work?
no, and luckily I'd already told everybody that since my daughter had she's got a stomach bug a few days ago, so we weren't sure if she was going to be able to go to daycare today. But she went, so yeah, I'm going in. But I kind of left it open that I might not be, so
I feel like we've.
might be. I don't know when I'll go in.
Okay. I feel like the last 3 episodes or so, we've been cutting into Southern Star's workforce quite a bit. Huggy Bear was here last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or at the podcast, and it's been, And then
Yeah.
a week before that day was that we were at Southern Star for Interbrews.
Yeah. And then they
So-
lose beer.
Yeah. Did you know Kennedy stole some beer?
did he?
Yeah.
See,
You want to hear that
Yeah, I
story?
did.
If this
No,
is
I don't think
recorded,
he more
I
than
don't-
stole it.
I don't think he
He
wants.
like
I don't think he wants to hear the
No,
story.
Catherine, tell
he
the
didn't
story.
like Ocean's 11 it, where he's like all sneaky and sly and like charming about it. He like dirty stole it.
Oh, so what?
Yeah.
So
First
I-
off, what did you steal?
Okay, so
Like
I
I'm
guess it's not,
surprised he didn't try to stick it down his pants.
that was a lot of beer.
He'd have to wear his big pants.
Gotta wear big pants.
Maybe I
His
stuck
clown
a couple
pants.
down there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why
See,
not? It's
this,
cool.
This
I
is
wanted-
good. It wasn't like a big thing around the office.
Do you want to hear his version or the version of like a person
Oh,
not
what,
racked
what,
with guilt?
what beer did you steal?
So we were there doing an episode of Interbrews,
Yeah.
and it was the Conroe Brewers Roundtable. So Dave,
Okay.
and then B50, like the crew from
Seth and
B52,
B52.
and Seth. Seth was over there from Copperhead,
Copperhead.
and B52. Everybody, Jessica and everybody, they brought a big box of beer for Dave. Like they brought some
Okay.
for us too. We drank some during the show, but they brought some as a thank you to Dave, just for all the support over the years and all this kind of stuff. And this guy shows up, hits a couple of buttons, sits around instead of drinking beer all day through the show. It was like a 2-hour show. And then at the end, he sees a box of beer that actually had a note. Was the note on top that said for Dave?
It was in. The
It was
beer.
in the
yeah, It was like
box,
folded up inside.
but you could probably still say for Dave or to Dave.
No, I couldn't. I didn't see the note.
Had you
so-
been of right, of proper, all your faculties about you. Anyway, he went out to his car and he's like, you know what, that box of beer was there in the tap room. They're getting ready for an event or party or a
Yeah, there
private,
was a private party
private
later
party,
on.
some wedding or
Okay,
something. I don't know.
get
what
out
it
of-
was.
okay.
Yeah, and so he's like, you know what, that box of beer is just sitting there. I'm going to walk all the way back up those stairs,
Yeah.
grab that 40-pound box of beer, and heft it down here. And for Kennedy, 40 pounds is like his max. Like he's maxed out.
You know,
Take-
I even
did
took
you take the elevator?
I even took the stairs.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like you
I
might
mean,
have.
the effort. Maybe that's worth.
All right.
It's
so
admirable, but that was all the beers he took. Okay, so
I got home and I staged the beers on my counter.
drunk
took
staging.
and took a picture of it and sent it out to everybody. I'm like, yeah, this is what I got.
And so he sends that
And-
picture out to everybody he knows, and we're
With,
like, "Where
with
did
the
you?"
note
get-"
addressed to Dave.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, the
Hold on,
the
hold on.
note that he didn't says,
There.
"Dear Dave," and then goes on for a heartfelt note
Yeah.
of appreciation.
Yeah. Thanks for your support and stuff. And
You
Yeah.
just threw the note away, or just
no.
Use
Well.
it for toilet paper.
Yeah.
crossed out Dave, put your name.
No. Let Josh finish telling the story.
Like
Well-
ad libs.
Yeah, so he goes home, stages his beer, and then I guess immediately passes out on the
Yeah,
couch.
yeah. I took like a 5-hour nap after.
Yeah,
Well,
5
see,
hours.
I remember seeing the damage after that show, and
We-
it was
We worked hard. that
larger
day.
than many.
Yeah,
well,
we worked hard that
every
day.
time.
Well, and he
that I've been
stays
out-
around.
Every time we've been to Southern Star, it's been on my day off.
Ah, so,
So
you
I,
don't.
I stick around for like 2 hours after Josh leaves, and there's
Yeah.
more than enough people that sit around and drink with me.
That's
Yes,
true.
typically
Yeah.
on the Southern Star
Yeah.
days, I know Southern Star.
Like-
I know what happens at Southern
Yeah.
Star.
we tend to have fun after
Yeah,
work.
Yes.
yeah.
And
for
so I'm
sure.
like, I've got to limit myself. I
like-
build it into it. I'm like, if I'm going to survive the day, I probably don't need to take the whole day off. Otherwise, it's just who knows what would happen.
Yeah, like Banana Show's been there like the first 2 times.
Yeah, if we all went
Yeah.
to Southern Star with no work
She's-
or no like,
She's a big drinker.
Yeah,
There
it just shows up randomly. Where I thought was she coming?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe she should. You should
Kind of
Uber
disappointed
over.
in you, Heather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's watching. But anyway,
She
so
is
he goes
watching.
home,
That's
crashes, sobers up, and then wakes up and he's like texting us, "What should I do?" Like, return the beer, man.
No, when I woke up, I immediately regretted my decision.
Yeah, well, we regretted it
I've-
hours before because he sent us pictures. Like, who was that for? We're like asking all these questions while he's passed out in a coma on his couch,
Yeah.
drooling on himself, I'm sure. And he finally texts back. I'm like, "Take the beer back tomorrow." He's like, "I'm gonna take it back." So he had to take the beer back.
I took
And
it back the next
He
day.
waited until Dave left, and then he
No,
went in and goes,
no.
"Oh, is Dave here? Oh, okay, I'll just leave it on his desk."
No. I was going to return the beer. It just so happened that Dave wasn't there.
Yeah, just so happens.
So they opened up his office for me, and I put the beer.
Did you take anything out? Like, did you drop the beer off and like take like this, like a picture of his
You
family
look
that was on the
around
wall?
for a minute.
Yeah. Did you like
No,
sit in his
no,
desk chair and
I
like?
dropped. I was feeling pretty embarrassed.
I could actually
Yeah.
vouch for you because I remember seeing that box in Dave's office.
Yeah.
It said for Dave,
Yeah.
pretty big on the side, but all the beer was.
Oh, it was on the side too. Was it on the?
Might have been on the
No,
inside
no.
flap.
Yeah,
That was there the whole time?
It was a removable note, and it was like.
No.
I think when look, I didn't notice the note until I took all the beer out and drunk staged it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? One, kudos for calories burned up and down the stairs carrying 40 pounds, which we all know is about your max for a squat, right?
That's
Two,
at least 2 or 3 more points a day. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. You earned some points that day, or you
Yeah.
know, worked off some calories, whatever. And then the drunk staging, which just means you have an innate ability to stage. You can do it whether all your faculties are sound or not. Which, if you go
Right.
into his apartment, new apartment is pretty nice.
Did you have to like stop and like put your head down and like take a breath for a second and then be like, okay, I can do this, and then go back to staging it all?
Okay. The box was not. It was not 40 pounds worth of beer.
Beer's pretty heavy. It's mostly water
Yeah.
and glass.
Well, maybe I had drunk strength.
I probably
Probably.
actually like
I'm gonna
80,
say that's-
90 pounds.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's at least 40. You're saying it's more than 40 or less?
I would say less, but now I think about it, maybe I did have.
No, let me.
drunk
Where's
strength.
is the picture? Pull the picture up. Pull the picture up. We're gonna do the math real quick. I mean, sort of.
I can't believe we're still talking about.
Is there a
this.
math section of this show?
Yes,
That's
every
pretty-
every single episode.
That's pretty nice.
I hope your math skills are. We're about to break out.
Basic math. I'm pretty solid at.
Pythagorean theorem. What's your thoughts?
No, not. I wasn't prepared for trig.
That's as far as I got, and that's the only thing I remember from trig. I don't know
All
that I
right.
passed.
I think
that
I could
class.
do it if I had pencil and a paper, but I'd probably not do it very well.
Yeah. All right. So let me see this. I'm gonna just go by.
So do we want to
ounce-
figure by
Ounces?
gallons?
Yeah.
Well, we've got. All right. So the big Belgian bottles. All right. So hold on.
All right. So there's how many?
All right. So 16-ounce cans. We have 14.
14, 16-ounce cans.
Yep. Then we have
Oh boy, are we really doing this
Yep.
right now?
2. Looks like, or is there 17.7 Belgian style bottles? These little smaller bottles. I think does that say 12 or 17? I can't
I don't know
tell.
if those are
You had an
like
iPhone. I think.
16.9.
Okay, so I think these are 12. So but the heavy Belgian bottles, and then the
2 12s.
Mary, you're not helping.
2,
Mary.
4. No, yes, no, yeah, 2 of those, and then the larger, the thick Belgian bottles with
16.9s.
I think 16.9s. Yep, and then 2 of the bigger ones.
How many of the 16.9s?
2 of those, and
Okay.
actually 1 more of the Bourbonnator, and that's a 12.
Okay.
And then 2 of the big ones, the full size. What are those?
750.
Yeah,
We got
750 mil.
25 4. How many
Mhm.
of those?
2 of those.
2 25.4. All right, so I'm getting divided by 120.
Oh my
that's too
God.
many.
Mm,
Wow.
yeah.
2.7 gallons. Figure. Let's call it 8 pounds. That's 21.5 pounds of beer plus glass and aluminum.
And all the gilt.
Cardboard boxes at least 12
Ounce,
12
yeah.
pounds.
12 pounds for
No,
a
no.
cardboard.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get you to 40. I'm trying to get you to 40. Glass
like-
is
Like,
pretty
I-
heavy. I believe 40 pounds.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Of liquid courage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And gilt. How much is gilt? How much did the gilt
Oh,
weigh
that
on
was
here?
like a ton of guilt.
A ton of gilt.
Yeah.
Ton of
So
gilt.
that's probably at least 8 free points
You
for
know,
that day.
A funny story, Josh. When we were setting up today, and Josh was like, "Well, Dave might be here later." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Dave, who's on? Southern Star?" And he's like, "Yeah, he might be here." And I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I got to mentally prepare
What
myself.
would you have done differently today, Kennedy, if that was the case?
I don't know. I
If
would
you
have
had known
mentally
ahead of time?
prepared myself.
girded your loins.
Yeah.
Maybe worn a mask or tried to put on some
Lucha
kind of
Libre
wig or
style.
Because I
disguise.
still haven't seen him since the incident.
Yeah.
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 I would
I don't
try-
think he's seething about it.
No, I don't think he
I
is
don't-
either. But
I just want to try and get him to work it up, though. Just a little seeth.
Just a little.
Yeah. And you've returned everything, right? There's always that doubt. Was that everything?
well, most everything.
Oh.
I kept like 3 16 ounces Because he did say, help yourself. I just,
Not
I
to
just,
gifts.
I just helped myself.
He just
I mean, he wasn't like, hey, go into my wallet and take whatever you can get.
yeah. Take
Here's
whatever.
my wife, help yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there's a limit.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it was like anyway.
I didn't keep any more than what you took.
I was handed that by Dave Omer from B52. He handed me those beers. It was 2 16-ounce
So
cans.
he handed you beers that.
Yeah. He said, we brought... I got to try and do my best Dave Omer. Hey, man. He's got a very Tennessee accent. Y'all try that. Here you go. Which is why we brought it. That's why I brought Joy. That's my best Dave Omer.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than what I would have had.
Yeah. Well, I have family in Tennessee, so...
I do too. What part?
Memphis and Knoxville.
Okay. I've got some in Chattanooga and Morristown, which is up by Johnson City.
Oh, yeah. I had a dream about Chattanooga not that long ago.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, I woke up, I'm like, why did I have a dream about, like, we were moving to Chattanooga?
It's a nice city.
Is it?
Were you on a train?
No.
Oh.
But we were moving to
Choo-choo?
Chattanooga. Catherine, have you ever been to Chattanooga, Tennessee?
No.
No.
Have you ever been to Tennessee?
Yes, I've been to Memphis.
Yeah. So I was like, wonder why I'm having a dream about Chattanooga. So I had to instantly Wikipedia it. Beautiful town.
It is really nice.
Yeah. I'd been there since I was like 3. I was 3 sitting on the front of a train. Chattanooga
The
Choo-Choo.
Chattanooga Choo-Choo. That
Yeah.
is... Can't think of any other landmarks there, but pretty.
like some
real
rocks
close
or
to
something.
the
Isn't there like a
Smoke
river?
Great Smoky. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I don't know what river. Yeah, there's a river.
Chattahoochee?
I
don't know if that's the same thing.
What did you call me?
was in Georgia.
Is it? Chattahoochee's a
Might be.
river? I know you listen. You don't listen to a lot of Alan.
Gets
No,
hotter.
Way
than
down yonder.
It gets
Way down
hotter
yonder?
than the hoochie
It's,
coochie.
yeah, it is. It is way down yonder. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I had it's a weird dream about Chattanooga.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know what that means.
I think I had a dream when I was in Chattanooga, but I don't
Nothing
never
about
about Chattanooga.
Chattanooga stuff. But it's so random because I'd not talked about or thought about Chattanooga in
Years.
decades. Weird. Kennedy, have you ever been to Chattanooga?
Not to my knowledge.
Have you ever been to Tennessee?
Yes.
Where in Tennessee?
Memphis.
That's it?
Nashville.
Okay. Did you go to the Craft Brewers Conference? Speaking of Nashville?
No, we skipped out on that.
Okay. Is that one of those things where, well, what is that? I mean, they're like Great American Beer Fest, Craft Brewers Conference. It's like they seem cool from an outside. Like I had FOMO watching everybody like meeting up and everything, but
That's a pretty good. Like Great American Beer Festival. Actually, I went with Mary. What was that, about 6-7 years
2011,
ago? And you'd already been before, right?
Yeah.
And I think we over 3 or 4 sessions. I think we were actually in the convention center for 2-3 hours.
Not one day. You can total it up to 4 hours total throughout the full weekend, I
And
believe, yeah.
probably most of that was for the awards ceremony. We were working, but it's really fun once is my thinking on GABF. It is really fun, but especially the last session is just kind of a train wreck where
Exactly.
everybody's going for the beers that aren't the kegs that aren't blown yet. It's a little more frat party than
Spectator sport.
yeah, it's a spectator sport, and
okay.
and by then you've had 3 days of just crop dusting by however many thousand people in it. I don't know if they just turn off the air vents and let it
Just
soak
let it
in,
settle
but
in.
Permeate the. I mean, well, the air is thinner up there, so it
That's
probably
true.
just rides. It's just right there on the ground.
so just
Just a fog. I'm sure if you had like some infrared glasses or a black light or something. Yeah. I don't know how that works.
A little green, yellow.
Yeah, it would be. Ooh. It'd be like Kennedy's apartment. Like, it looks nice, but then if you actually look into what's really going on there, Catherine, you don't want to do it.
Hi. Yes.
Yeah. I'm talking about if you had like a black light for Kennedy's apartment or.
Yeah.
I haven't been in my new place
There's
long
just sperm
enough.
everywhere.
Yeah. Well, that too. We were talking about crop
That's what I
dust.
heard. I don't know. I've never been to Kennedy's apartment.
That's true.
But I heard that the last place he probably didn't get his deposit back. That's
Did-
what I heard.
Did you get your deposit back?
I did not get my deposit.
They do
back.
that. It's that blacklight test, man.
Oof. Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. Did they do that? You didn't get your deposit back. How long were you there?
I don't think I left a deposit. I was there for like.
Oh, you left a deposit.
I don't think I did. I was there for like.
In one way, shape, or form.
I was there for like. That's true. I was there for like 5 years or so.
Yeah. No, that's a lot of deposits. Like, your DNA was all over that place.
Yeah.
I told you guys it goes with me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I leave deposits everywhere.
Tongue, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jules is such a lucky lady.
How is that going?
She is. It's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hooked up. 'cause
I
of the
feel
show.
like, is this the longest? I mean,
Ever?
since I've known you?
Well.
Since you've known me, yes. Yeah.
Oh, we're coming up. Wait, what is today's date?
24th.
Happy 2-year anniversary to Liquid Lunch, everybody.
Nice.
Happy anniversary.
We made it to 2 years?
Yes, I think the 22nd is our official date.
Next show is closer to our 2 years.
Well, it's like with a brewery. You have the idea and the licensing, and then when you actually sell a keg. I think we did a show.
First airing was 2 years
Well,
ago?
I think so.
I have the Instagram picture for our first show.
But we did an Interbrews episode that was called Liquid Lunch. And so that's the genesis of it. I think that was on the 22nd. I think that's what I put.
Oh, I wasn't involved with that.
Yeah, you were.
No, I think that was
the 22nd.
I think that was the second.
Yeah, we'll call it the 22nd.
All right.
Somehow on the Twitter account it says May 22nd.
Okay.
So happy anniversary,
We'll go
everybody.
with that.
Thanks for being a part of this big episode.
Absolutely. Happy anniversary.
This is a really good second anniversary show then.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad that's how much attention. It's kind of like my wedding anniversaries too. Oh yeah, like our second one, we were riding in the car together, and one of my wife's friends sent us a card. Like, oh, that's really sweet of her to send us a card. And they were like kind of just sitting there silent for a second, like, what is today's date? Oh, it's the 23rd.
Oh, so you both forgot.
We both forgot.
Oh, well,
but
that's all right then.
Then you get out of it.
But it turned out all right. Yeah, we'd gone to a Texans game like a few weeks before, and so we won a prize where you got a free round of golf somewhere like at what's the one out off 59 where the Shell Houston Open is? Anyway, out there. And so we got like a free
Golf Club?
So, yeah, Houston Golf Club. I think that's it. Anyway, we got a free round of golf. We were going to go do that anyway. It's like, oh, well, this
is our anniversary.
This counts. Well, just now that we acknowledge it, it's good. So, yeah, good stuff. When's your anniversary?
Actually, my wife and I disagree about that. We got married by the officiant on April 10th, but the reception was the following day, like April 11th. So I claim April 10th. My wife says the reception is the date.
Okay.
But I think I think I grilled something for our anniversary this past year.
That's hot.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. When's your anniversary? We need to make sure we have all that stuff in the calendar now.
Sure. June 1, coming up on 33
hold on,
years.
Hold on.
Oh, wow.
33
That's
years?
your anniversary?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll have to celebrate together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, with a beer.
It's not all about you, Kennedy.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You guys
Okay.
are bad.
There you go. All right. 30, 31?
33.
33.
33.
Wow.
Congrats.
That's how old I am.
Excellent.
That's not
Yeah.
how old you are.
You got married on my birthday.
It's a good day.
All right. Anything else we need to talk about before we, wrap? Catherine, do you have any philosophical thoughts or words of wisdom?
I feel so put on the spot.
Yeah,
I don't know. Listen, you were talking about dreams,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a dream last night about you and I, Josh, completely platonic, before anybody opens their mouth, okay? I had a dream that we got invited to like a fashion award show or something.
Okay, so far seems reasonable.
And everyone was there, like all our families and our partners and wives and husbands or whatever. Everybody was there. But you and I were the ones that had to go, and we couldn't find anything to wear, and you ended up wearing a black dress.
It's slimming.
In my dream. And I was like, are you sure you want to do that? And you're like, yeah. Because, you're so laid back all the time. And you're like, yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Like a simple dress or
Yeah,
like
It
a
was
formal
like
gown?
off the shoulder. It had a little
Okay.
lace here. It was black. It was actually my dress, and you just found it in my closet. I don't even own that dress, but in my dream I did. And you just found it in my closet.
And it fit?
And it looked fabulous on you.
That's good.
If I mean, the dress and the beard together.
What about the shoes?
What a dynamic duo.
What about shoes?
Yeah, what do you remember with the shoes?
I don't remember that much detail.
Probably something conservative, let's be honest.
I
Probably
do
like
remember,
3
though, us trying to do something and having technical difficulties with equipment, even in my dream.
Wow.
That's That's pretty awesome.
The work
Yeah.
dreams.
Yeah. I've worn a dress before. It was for.
Oh, and you're just now bringing this up?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It was for a role in a play in high school. It was speech and drama class in Mr. Salter's class. I had to be Mother Bear for the Baron. You had to do a Berenstain Bears book as your first acting assignment. And I was Mama Bear. I played 2 roles. I was Mama Bear, and then one of Brother Bear's friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have range in your acting abilities.
Yes. Any bear. Of any
But
kind.
how
Male,
high
female,
up,
young, old?
Like, did you take it up a notch in the voice, a couple octaves?
So that's yeah, absolutely. Actually,
Did you have someone kick you in the
no,
junk?
no,
before you
I
went
don't.
on?
No, I'm a. It was a method. No, that's no.
Yeah,
would that be
method
method
acting?
acting? No, I think when you act, you act. You don't have to resort to, extreme measures. Right? It's called acting for a reason. It's like when Dennis Quaid was Doc Holliday. He got like all emaciated and lost like 80 pounds for that role. And then he's like, he should just act. Who was it? I don't know if it was Kevin Costner or if it was Val Kilmer, who was also Doc Holliday, but in Tombstone. And they asked him about that. He's like,
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer was in Tombstone.
Yeah.
Dennis
Val
Quaid
Kilmer
was in Wyatt Earp.
But he was.
They were both Doc Holliday,
yeah,
and both of those movies came out the same year. And Val Kilmer was like, he should try acting, or somebody said it, but that was the thought. So that's my philosophy. I'm the Val Kilmer of Texas streaming beer shows.
Is that standard Arkansas high school procedures to like
dresses?
Dresses.
I don't know if standard.
Yeah.
But it's
it's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon.
Is it because you didn't trust a woman to do the part properly?
Yes, because none of those women at the time were not in our group. As much as we tried to convince them, they would not.
Yeah.
So I took a risk, and I think it paid off. Actually, as far as the voice goes, the one joke I did.
Was it because all the women were pregnant?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
It's an Arkansas joke, I think.
No,
that's an Arkansas joke.
This was senior year. This was far past the time when people were having babies.
They could be on their second
Their babies were already having babies.
Yeah, exactly.
This could be the second baby.
No, maybe, but no, not at the time. But anyway, the voice thing, yes, that was the one joke that I ad-libbed at the end or at the beginning. It started with a phone call, and when I picked up, I was all like, "Hello!" I got a real deep voice. I remember seeing Mr. Salter he was out in the theater, and he's a big guy, personality-wise, and at the time, physically-wise too. He's lost a lot of weight, looks great now. Mr. Keith Salter.
He's on Weight Watchers.
I don't know what he did, but he's looking great. Anyway, but at the time, big guy, and he had a big booming voice, and I remember seeing him kind of take a step back because it was like in the seat, like, what is he doing? And I was like, hello, and then went into the woman voice, or what my interpretation of a mother bear voice.
Wait, that was way too fast. I need you to say an entire sentence in your lady voice.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, hello, and that was all I said. Oh, one moment, please, and then it was.
Okay, that sounds like a boy going through puberty, but it's fine.
That's what was happening. But that was anyway, and it got a laugh. It got an audible laugh, and that was like, I don't know if I'm going to keep wearing dresses or whatever I've got to do to redo that. That sparked the wanting to be on a microphone or in front of people or whatever.
Yeah.
Right there, the laugh.
That moment.
That moment.
Laugh.
When I heard Mr. Salter.
Laugh. And then you were like, you know what? I'm gonna have a beer podcast someday.
That was the thought. That was the thought. So
yeah.
I don't know how we got there, but anyway, that's what happened. And then there's an interesting story about another guy that was in our group, but I don't want to. It's very dark. I don't want to get into that. Maybe that for another time. Remind me of that next time, Catherine.
Okay.
Because I want to bring down the mood.
Well, we don't want to get too serious.
No, I'll tease it with. No, I'm not going to tease, but it just gets very dark. The future from this person, something that.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. There's somebody from my high school theater art class that went on to Carnegie Mellon and then was an extra in Law and Order.
Oh.
Wow.
Success, guys.
Well, this is where we remind everybody that you also place second in the talent show behind what's her name?
Cimarron Elementary, you guys.
What was
Kimberly Caldwell.
Kimberly Caldwell of American Idol fame?
Katie Texas.
From
She was that's right. I was second place.
You were second place?
To a Randy Travis song. I sang New Kids on the Block. This one's for the children. She sang whatever that one Randy Travis song is. I don't know. But it was Katie Texas.
Yeah.
Of course they were going to pick her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Catherine's not bitter.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
No, I'm not angry.
You got to hold on to that bitterness.
I mean, I should have been more blonde, I guess.
You
No,
should you should let
Set
it.
fire.
Or
Yeah.
not let it go.
Yeah, just
I,
motivates you every day.
Let
You
it
wake up.
go.
there's got to be
I'm sure
recounts
she's a beautiful
and
person.
Yeah, you see that
Yeah,
second place
you
that's
keep
plaque.
coming
true.
after this.
Did you demand a recount?
No, I didn't, because she was actually really
There's
good.
still time.
And
There's still time, Catherine. You can do that.
what I should have done was 5 minutes of comedy. If I had known then what I know now,
Mm-hmm.
I would have just made fun of myself for 5 minutes. But I didn't know then that that was an option.
How old were you at the time?
Instead, I was gonna sing. I was in 4th grade.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Probably 9.
Okay, so 9. I don't.
Yeah.
Just wonder about that material. I mean, at 9. I mean, what is your? So that would have been like 90.
What would I have been making fun of myself about?
yeah.
At 9 years old.
Yeah. 1990. What were
I
the
don't
current
know.
events?
What would have been funny then? I don't know. Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
90? That's pre. Is that
No,
pre?
I
that's-
could have done some
Bush.
pretty mature Bill
90 was
Clinton
Bush.
jokes at 9.
Old
Yeah.
Bush.
Was it? Maybe
Yes.
it was Bush Senior.
Yes,
Yeah,
HW.
90 was HW, yeah.
Probably right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be prudent. Would have been thrown in there somewhere. I'm sure.
Oh, potato.
Yeah.
Hey, I know how to spell potato.
Oh yeah.
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 Oh yeah, that was a big deal.
Potato jokes. Maybe something about Murphy Brown. If you were really
Maybe-
edgy.
Oh, Murphy Brown is controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're super edgy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't-
And I was definitely edgy at 9 in
Yeah.
Katy, Texas.
What was big in what music was big in 90? Is that MC Hammer?
Well, I don't know. For me, it was just
Yeah.
country
Right.
music around me all the time.
Okay.
A lot
You
of
should have
George
made.
Strait.
Yeah, probably some. Yeah,
A
you
lot
should
of
have.
George Strait, a lot of Randy Travis, a lot of Faith Hill, Tim McGraw,
Oh, Garth.
Oh,
Oh,
Garth.
yeah, Garth.
wasn't
Color
that
Block, a lot of
Garth.
Color Block. I think Garth was a little bit later.
wasn't
Oh.
Was
Clint
he?
Black.
I thought
wasn't that
he
the years of Milli Vanilli?
Oh,
Oh.
Clint Black.
Yeah.
I saw Clint Black at the Katy Rodeo before he was famous.
Well, there. You should have.
Yeah.
You could have used that.
And let me tell you, the Katy Rodeo was at least 30 people watching. At least.
Do you miss Katie?
I miss the community, because back in the 80s it was a small town kind of feel. It wasn't like it is now, probably.
Yeah.
I miss that, like, everybody did everything together all the time. Like, the big deal was like the Katy Rodeo and the parade. Everyone was in the parade. The Rice Harvest Festival, we celebrated harvesting rice,
Yeah.
like, for fun.
What's not fun about that?
It's.
I mean,
Yeah.
so much fun. And then I still don't even know how rice is harvested, but I would go to the festival, and then a 4th of July, everybody would go to the Katy High School Stadium and watch the fireworks together, and you'd get kissed there or whatever. You know,
What like?
just good fun.
Oh.
A couple of hate crimes sprinkled in, no big deal.
It's all good nature.
Huh.
All good
Yeah,
nature.
just all good fun community.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, visit Katy, everybody. This episode brought to you by the Katy Bureau of Tourism.
Go check it. The last time I went, I didn't even recognize it. There are like huge highways and Katy Mills and all that stuff had popped up. It was really cool.
Oh.
Katy,
Yeah.
Yeah, Katy has
Oh.
exploded.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Katy
Katie's
I,
just
I
part
grew
of.
up West Houston, and Katy was, back then, it might as well have been Sealy, and now it's
Yeah.
just continuation
It's just
of
part of
Houston.
Houston,
It's
yeah.
part of Houston, but no labels there,
Exactly.
No label is there.
so you can just go there. And they're getting another brewery.
Are they?
Yes.
Is it?
They've already had a name change though. It was Wood for Sheep, and then they changed it to. They just changed it, and now I can't remember because I wasn't. I
Okay.
didn't prepare myself.
Oh.
But they changed the name for some reason. But there's still the theme is still the same. So it's going to be a board game. No, board game brewery.
Okay.
They're gonna go. You can go play board games.
Shoots and ladders.
You could play that if you wanted to. But
Risk.
Risk is the best.
Yeah.
See,
I do like Risk.
I knew you did. I knew that.
Oh, Risk is
I
awesome.
haven't
had-
played in a long time.
We would get into
but-
so many fights over Risk.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you double cross
Did you
me?
see that Seinfeld episode? And they're playing Risk. Risk on the subway.
No.
They were like Kramer was so into like his Risk game that he took it on the subway and he was playing.
That's
Yeah.
too many moving parts. Catherine, you a big Risk fan?
I played a lot of Truth or Dare. I guess it's kind of similar, I guess.
Not really a board game.
It's
Could be, I guess.
Okay.
close. But yeah, no, we'd get so many. Like, we would play Risk when it was too hot to play basketball. And it'd be like 6 or 7 of us, or however many you can get. I don't remember how many armies there are. But man, you would double cross your friend, like, no, let's form an alliance. And then you turn around and just stab him in the back.
You
It was
think
so
Risk or
ridiculous.
Monopoly is worse for friendships?
Monopoly, so I don't know that.
No.
I've only finished like 3 games
Yeah,
of Monopoly.
nobody
I've
ever
played
finished.
1,000 Monopoly games.
Nobody finishes Monopoly.
Well, I feel like you only ruin one. There's only one friendship ruined in a game of Monopoly. Risk, you can
You can hate
sever all kinds of ties.
everybody's going to hate you. Because then you turn around and you're like attacking back, and then somebody
Yeah.
else stabs you, and then it's just. The board ends up getting flipped
Oh yeah.
37, 48% of the time, somewhere in
Oh,
that
yeah.
range.
Somebody grabbed the board. Just,
Yeah. This game's stupid. And then they walk out and go home.
yeah.
Yeah. We should do a Risk tournament here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The trick is Australia.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's the key to
That's
the game.
the trick. Is
I'm glad I see that you know that, so now I'm going to watch
Australia.
out. Okay, how do you start the game? Do you just do you do the random, like you get the cards and that's where your armies go, or do you let the draft process where you get to place your
No, we
armies?
randomly. I haven't played in like over 20 years.
Hold on, our ratings are going up. Look how many people are.
Oh.
The numbers just keep climbing
It's
up
the
the more we
Risk.
talk about Risk.
Gotta bring Risk into the
Yes.
fold next
A Risk
episode.
tournament.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
No, we randomly drew the cards.
Hmm.
So if you start off with at least 2 Australia,
Yeah, you pile
Cards.
all your armies there.
You're
Yeah.
okay.
You go
Yeah.
strong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's surrounded by water, so it's
No,
harder to
There's only
attack?
one way in
There's
and
only
out.
one way in. So
Okay.
you can
You
put
can only go from Asia.
and you get bonuses when you hold continent.
Yeah. You only get
It's a small
2.
continent.
Yeah.
but it's
Okay.
Asia
but
impossible
it's
to hold.
easy to hold.
Yeah.
You
Asia
can hold.
impossible. The Middle East area. It's attacked from every
South
angle.
America's good too, but you have to hold it in two places.
Yeah. 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 There's that whole.
I played a lot of Risk.
That's.
Europe and Asia impossible to hold.
Yeah. So.
North America, you got to hold it in 3 places.
Yeah, because you got the what is it,
Central America.
you got the
Asia
Alaska,
and-
Russia, what is that, the Bering Strait.
Bering
Yeah,
Strait.
yeah. One comes through like Iceland and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you got to
Yes.
hold that one.
Comes in
You got to
Northern
hold like
Europe.
Mexico
Yeah.
or
All of
Central
that.
America. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm nerding out on.
We should probably
Risk.
just start a whole Risk podcast show, live streaming games of Risk.
Yeah. And so when we get to the part where somebody gets pissed and like throws the board,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you do it in slow mo.
Is that you, Kennedy? The person that gets pissed and throws the board?
You seem pretty laid back.
No,
for that.
no, I don't think I've ever
Okay.
thrown it because it was usually my game, my board, and I didn't want to pick up all the pieces,
Oh, I see.
so I
yeah.
never threw it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and depending on the carpet, that's going to be a task.
Yeah.
You know, because the single army
Yeah,
guys.
especially when you have like shag carpet. It's not.
Yes.
It's not fun at
You
all.
have to dig through all that. So good luck on that. Well, that seems like a good note to wrap up on. Maybe I don't know. Catherine, would you be willing to come to Houston to play Risk with us?
I mean, sure. I've never played it before, but let's do it.
Oh, this will be fun. Yes,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Let's do that.
We need
Yeah.
to modify the rules to incorporate beer somehow, like whether you're buying rounds of beer when you lose a country or something. We gotta modify the rules and do a tournament.
Every time you break a truce,
I don't
you
know.
got to buy a round of beers.
Something, or I don't know. Maybe we do it like a Houston map or a Texas map or something, like Texas Risk. I don't know. I think there's a whole thing here.
I think we could do that.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can find the music. I don't know if I have the music on here for
That's okay.
for the close. Catherine, anything we need to talk about before we wrap?
I don't think so. I have nothing coming up.
No.
No.
When is
No.
you said the new episode? I'm gonna start. We got 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So the new episode of She's Crafty hitting sometime
It should be dropping tonight or tomorrow morning. Yeah.
tonight or tomorrow.
Right.
Definitely though in the next.
Definitely in the next month.
Where was this one recorded again? Remind us where this one was recorded.
Big Hop Shanefield. It's the newest Big Hops location here in San Antonio.
Did you have any guests on this show, or was it just you riffing?
Just the owners. It was just me talking for an hour and a half.
Just-
because people really love that. Like an online diary, kind of. No, it was me and my co-host Jackie Romero and the 2 owners of Big Hops.
Excellent.
Oh.
All right.
Is this a bad time? This is a bad time to bring up that when I was in San Antonio, we had a bad Big Hops experience.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, let's see what happened. Tell me.
All
Just
right.
tell me what happened.
You have 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
All right, so we were at a Big Hops, and it was I think
Which-
it's the
which
closest
one?
the closest one to downtown, I believe.
So the bridge, maybe?
Yeah, there's
Is it by a big bridge? The Hayes
yes,
Street Bridge?
it's right by
Yeah.
a big bridge.
Aptly named.
All right.
Yeah.
So we were there, and so Jules was trying to find a beer she liked,
Okay.
and she went through 4 tastes.
Yeah.
And after that, the bartender told her that she was gonna have to order a half pour.
Yeah.
She's like,
Wait, what?
She went through so she didn't know what beer she wanted exactly.
Right.
So
Was the bartender trying to help her find something?
Hold on, I'm turning the music off because this is like a whole nother discussion.
not really. No.
She wasn't asking her like, what do you like, or
Yeah, well,
do
see,
you like coffee or lemon, or like they do.
Jules is a big fan of like reds and ambers. She likes a lot of malt.
Yeah.
Malty stuff. And they didn't have any like reds or ambers on draft.
Yeah.
And, so she was trying beers, and after like the 4th sample, basically the bartender cut her off, and she was like, no,
my goodness.
no. So, as a bar owner,
Yeah.
when do you cut people off from like samples?
There's etiquette.
don't.
You
Never?
don't?
No,
Well,
that's part of our job is to figure out what they like, so that the next time they come in, they're not sampling things all over the place. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no reason to cut them off.
Okay.
So she was, and
So she wasn't asking Jules like, what did you like and not like about
Was
that
that too
one,
hoppy?
or
Was
like
that too
nothing?
malty?
No,
or-
no,
digging
not
in?
not at all. She was just
Were
like,
they super busy?
no. This was like, no. As a matter of, there was only like 3 people in the bar, and she's like, if you order one more, that's a flight.
It's a party foul.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then so she's like, yeah, she wouldn't give her like a 5th sample. So Jules just said, like screw it. And, she's like, I'll just take water, and I finished up my beer really quickly, and we left.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mary, what is protocol or etiquette? Okay, so as a beer drinker, and maybe this is speaking from someone who knows. Like, I've had a lot of beers. Not today. I've had a couple, but over the course of my life, I'm more versed on what I like and that kind of thing. But and Jules isn't a newbie. She listens to the show almost every week.
Yeah, and she kind of knows what she likes
A little bit, but to go from somebody who just listens to the show to be able to articulate what you like, that's a lot. That's some work. I don't know. How do you feel that out? How do you I guess you got to talk to the person, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what our beer tenders are all about. They're good at what they do. They know the beers that are out on tap.
Mhm.
They check out the new ones every day just so they get familiar with what they're going to serve. And, we'll try them until we find something. And generally within 4, 5, 6 times, if it even goes that far,
Yeah.
there's something that somebody's going to like, or they're going to turn to wine or something else.
Yeah.
So, no, it's our job to communicate and educate.
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
the bartender seemed like very noticeably annoyed.
Did
with
she?
Jules.
I wonder if she's just having a
Yeah.
bad day. Maybe she's
Maybe.
needed a hug.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that's. Look, I mean, there's all kinds of things that could have been going on there, right?
Sure.
Maybe she's a huge Spurs fan, and since the Spurs are not in the playoffs,
Uh-huh.
she was distraught. Like the
Maybe.
Rockets in the Western Conference Finals
Maybe.
in the Game 5 tonight.
Tied 2-2.
Tied 2-2. On the precipice of one of the greatest city sports years in the history of city sports years, perhaps. Maybe since she's not in Houston enjoying that, since she's in San Antonio, Catherine, she was distraught,
I can
Maybe.
see that.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Her-
I don't know. Now I feel bad for the orange leaf people because I go in there and I tear it up with those samples.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's
That's
a
yogurt,
high,
right?
There was a high number of homeless people in this area.
Did Jules,
Yeah,
was Jules going
it's not concentrated downtown. It's kind of like outskirts
Yeah,
downtown.
there's a lot of homeless, so maybe
Yeah.
people going there all the time and see how many free samples they can get away with.
Was
before
Jules
they-
But I
going
mean,
for
you
that?
and Jules are clearly not.
But
do not
yeah.
look like.
Well, no.
individuals.
Jules has like a bum chic thing she does sometimes, right?
What? No.
She's a fashionista.
No.
It's the newest trend. Bum chic.
Well, I mean,
Uh-huh.
obviously we were paying customers at that point.
You'd already paid.
No, we haven't paid, but I mean, obviously.
You guys should
we were,
just know
I
that
think
if
that
you
is
can just walk around the
definition of
corner and
paying
Al's
customer.
beer
If
would
you
have
haven't
been there
paid,
too.
you are not a paying customer.
Yeah. Was there a box of beer that you had tried to take at that point, like on the bar?
Try to steal something?
Yeah.
No, it was early
Did you try
on.
to take a picture off the wall?
This is
or-
only like my
Did
second.
you say I'm friends with Catherine? Probably not.
Oh, you didn't drop Catherine's name the moment you walked into the bar, did you?
No.
They would have probably asked you to leave.
All right. Next time I'm in San Antonio, that's the first thing I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I know Catherine.
You know, you don't even have to say it audibly. You just,
And then they would immediately say, Catherine who?
and then you open up your flannel or whatever you're
Yeah,
wearing.
your shirt that has
Barbecue.
her face
Yes,
on it.
Yeah.
a barbecue or a She's Crafty shirt, and they're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here's all the samples.
Yeah.
You know what? Just come over here and open your mouth.
Up
We'll
to
open this
30.
thing up.
We'll
Yeah.
just open the
But that-
tap and open your mouth.
But the whole time we were in San Antonio, that was probably like the only bad
I'm so sad
experience.
about that. That hurts my heart that you had that experience, because usually Big Hops is all about spreading beer love and awareness, and so I think you just got a bad person that day.
Yeah.
Just got them in a bad day. Not even a bad person. Maybe just on a bad day.
Yeah.
She's probably a bad person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin, I like how you're more willing to.
I'm kidding. I don't know her. I don't know who it was.
We don't.
I
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Yeah,
she
this is
was,
the
the thing is, she was like,
what was her name? What does she look like?
I
I'm just
don't
kidding.
No,
I'm
let's
just kidding.
not-
I'm
don't
kidding.
do that.
I'm
I
kidding.
don't remember.
Does she have any tattoos that you can point out? That
You know.
I'm just kidding. Don't say that.
But there were like other people there that she was kind of friendly with.
Mm.
Other customers.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of rest.
Did they
like
know you were
regulars,
from Houston?
but-
Maybe? Did you like walk in talking about Houston?
No, I don't think so. But I think if they knew I was from Houston, it'd be even worse.
Oh, so I'm just saying.
You know what? This is a very good example of you never know who you're serving when you're in the service industry, because they might have a podcast where they're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's true. Never
Yeah.
know.
But I will say this: they did have a really good beer selection.
They do. They have an amazing beer selection.
Just no ambers or reds.
All right. We were talking about this yesterday. I plug my own podcast for a second. You know how the trend, like NEPAs and all that kind of stuff, is kind of at the top of the, like if you think of the cycle like this, like it's a circle, right? It's a circle, Catherine. Circles. NEPAs are up here in the IPA cycle. But down here, people are kind of sleeping on ambers and red ales.
Not a lot of those being released anymore.
Yeah, but when does the super cloudy hoppy amber come back? Or this?
Yeah,
Ooh,
she's,
What?
cloudy amber.
Yeah.
I'd put money that will never come back.
I don't know,
yeah.
but
I mean, she's a big fan of malt.
yeah,
So
she's a malty girl.
yeah,
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
no.
Go with what you like. But I don't know. I just, you know, you got to say what beers do you put out, and then when do you wait for the cycle to come back around, or do you try to catch the wave and ride it on a certain thing? That was the whole thing.
I don't think anybody caught NEPA before it was
a thing.
a thing. I think
Yeah.
I think you make that because it's popular. Getting ahead of it is next to impossible to do.
There's some small brewery up in New England that
There's
accidentally
one
made
that
it.
did it, and about 4,000 that
Copied it.
caught the wave.
Yeah. But you know what never goes out of cycle or out of style? Kennedy and Catherine? Good service. And
Yes.
friendly
Right.
atmosphere,
Which-
delicious
Right.
food, fantastic beer selections, and
Right.
awesome locations and awesome events. Like you hit here at Thistle Draft Shop.
Yeah, you
That's,
should say that.
That's never goes out of trend
We're
or
at
style,
one such
Catherine.
establishment as we speak.
Yes, and
Fabulous
this is where I implore everyone, whether you're listening to this as a podcast or on YouTube later, or you're listening live right now. If you're live, come join us tonight for the big event, for the big Daisy Chain event and all the beers. And if you're listening to this later, just come check it out. Come try this delicious food. Maybe bring your Risk board game. See if you can get like a pickup game going. Bring your own BYOA. Bring your own army.
Yeah.
Pick your favorite color. So you're right, you know, maybe we get that going. All right, Catherine. I'm gonna hit the music.
Are we wrapping this up?
I guess so. I think
Yeah.
I don't
I
have
think
any
it's
other
time.
good stories.
you know, you want to throw anybody under the bus at this
Again.
point. Again, right at the end of a show. I like to end on a positive
Well,
note.
it wasn't
right?
my fault that Catherine brought up big hops.
Well, anyway,
Oh,
Catherine, I like to end on a positive note, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Catherine,
Oh.
it's been positively a great time having you on the show, as we always do. Tell San Antonio we all said hey.
I will. I love all of you. Thanks for having me back for another show 2 years in.
Can you believe it's been 2 years? That's crazy.
No, I can't believe it. I'm trying to remember back to 2 years ago when you were like, "Hey, let's do something," and I was like, "Whatever." And here we are, 2 years later.
Yeah. I don't know if we don't have anywhere else to go.
I think we don't have anywhere. I mean, I'm on my couch, So
We got nothing better to do.
Yeah.
got nothing else going on,
Yeah.
really.
We're locked
with this
into
show on
it.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think Thursdays they're one of my favorite days. I mean, they're top three for sure.
Yeah.
The thirsty days.
Yeah.
Thirsty Thursdays.
Thirsty Thursdays. All right. Well, come join us, everybody, tonight or whenever you can. And Catherine, you're the best co-host that anybody could ever want to have for 2 years.
Right back at you, brother.
Thank you. And Kennedy,
And Kennedy, you're okay. You're
all
right.
Yeah.
way to keep showing up.
He fixed the mics. I think that was.
Yeah.
That's pretty important.
That's pretty
But,
important.
See, this is the
I
problem is that
appreciated
people
that.
give
Oh,
him
well, thank
positive
you.
reinforcement, and then he thinks that his head gets all huge.
I'm glad I
Yeah.
am appreciated.
He starts
Thank
stealing
you.
beer from people. In
Yeah.
fact, I would watch you guys before he leaves, make sure he doesn't have anything in his pocket.
Yeah.
Have you taken inventory?
Kept boxes up high.
Yeah. He's tall, though, too.
Hey, what's in that ice chest over there?
Hey, everybody, look over there. All right. Well, this is the time where I say thank you to Sam. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having
thanks,
me.
yeah.
Had a good
Mary,
time.
thanks for letting us come to your place.
Oh,
Absolutely.
always.
And
Glad
just
you're here.
spread our cords all around. And anyway, then Catherine she's out, right? She's
Wow. Whoa.
she doesn't mess around.
If she's got a toddler, I
Yeah.
can understand why she may have just had to run.
No, that happens. That happens. Did she come back? All right. We thought you were just
Well, she's not
listening now.
No.
All
I
right.
was about to put headphones
Yeah.
back on.
One more time. Oh, Hazel looks like she's. Welcome back.
Hey, Hazel's ready for a nap.
No, we thought you were just done. We thought you were just done. Like she's done.
Peace
All right.
out, guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Bye, Catherine.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. Catherine, keep it real. Everybody listen to She's Crafty podcast. Barbacoapparel.com/shop.
Right.
Check out the Grain Cellar in Humble. And click on that Amazon link. You can help us out and all that good stuff. Come visit Thistle Draft Shop in spring. And come drink Southern Star beer. And have fun. Make friends.
13 Daisy Chain beers.
Woo! Do that.
Right here on tap.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, great weekend. And we'll see you right back here next Thursday, right here on the
Okay.
old Liquid Lunch. Bye, Catherine. And this is where I bring up the music. And then Bowling Pursuit lets everybody know we're done. That's a wrap.
All right.
Yeah.
Posters made. That looks pretty cool.
I agree.
We can't just